giant stands, a mech with heavy pants commands, each step a quake, a thunderous might, eyes aglow in the endless night. A taint beneath, dark and vast, power fierce, shadows cast, a mighty taint beneath its core, a warrior spirit, ancient lore. Welcome tainted, a lace-up tunic or medieval hoodie. Welcome tainted, let's talk about color, or should we? Welcome tainted, thinking outside the blocks. Welcome tainted, thanks for joining us, you rock. Have your fun all rocks. Welcome tainted. Enjoy the Chronicles of Death song. Welcome tainted. Thinking outside the blocks. Welcome tainted. Thanks for joining us, you rock.
All right. Hey, Chris, how are you doing?
How are you? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? I'm going to get my mic on.
I'm okay. It's been a rather long night, and
It has.
wrong screen. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Something. Hold on. Mute that. Open up this. Hold on. That should be better. Wait. Oh, I'm still hearing an echo of my own voice. That's okay. I'll get. So
I'm hearing your echo also.
Yeah.
Am I echoing?
And hold on. Hi. Did not happen on the. I think I said the black, right? But yeah, fix this. All right, how's that?
Oh, much tremendously better.
Wait.
Tremendously better.
Well, I'm still hearing myself on a large delay. How does it sound to you?
Max headroom. Say max headroom.
Is it? Shit. All right, hold on. I need to mute one of the streams I'm in on. How about this one? All right, how about now? No? Shit.
I got you.
How about this one?
Nope.
Better?
Nope.
No. All right. This is a headache. Man.
Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you in this evening. For those of you that have already joined us, if you're not aware, we're experiencing technical difficulties that we're in the process of working out.
Thank you. Try getting rid of that one. Well, at this point, this has been such a bizarre night. We can just end it here because I don't want to try to figure out what's happening. I can't even figure out what it would be. Oh, hey, you know what I didn't do? Settings.
Well, you sound fine right now at that section right there.
Yep, hold on. Oh, I got it. That is Firefox. Give me Chrome. Oh. Aha. That's Firefox. That's Firefox. So I'm on 2 versions of Firefox. So we can do this. Hold on. StreamYard. It's going to be a mess for a second. Settings. Camera. Razor Ripsaw. Audio. Razor Ripsaw. Okay. Enter Studio. There we have it. Done both. Firefox off. Twice. And I'm out. Hey, but you can still hear me, right?
I hear you.
All right. Let's do this. Wow, it's not doing it. Hey, Ben.
Hello.
Okay. That was fun.
Are you still hearing me twice? I'm hearing me twice. Shit.
I'm not currently hearing you twice.
Okay, good.
Okay. Yeah. No. I think you're good now.
Okay. Let's see what Isabel has to say. Able Sisters is opening today. I still hear myself twice in my ears. But, oh wow, it's like 10 seconds behind. Or 5 or 3. Yikes.
You don't have YouTube open by any chance, do you?
Well, let me check. I have StreamYard open on Chrome. I have StreamYard open on Firefox. I have Michael Jordan open on Firefox. What the fuck?
You sound fine to
I
us.
don't know.
That is correct.
All right. Well, all right. Let me mute myself for a second and see if the live playback is doing the same thing. So I'll drop out for just a moment.
So Ben, did you get Miles changed over?
Oh yeah, he's
Awesome.
asleep. I almost fell asleep myself, but I didn't.
Understandable.
Yep. Sounds like. Whoa. That is so loud. It's set to mute mic. If I mute it, then that's much quieter. But I don't know if that mutes both of Mark or just one of Mark.
They both
We're
show
not even
muted
sure.
to me. So
Well, I'm able to. Yeah, I'm able to mute this one, but I can't change the volume on it. I can change. Well, I suppose I don't know.
All right. So you are correct. I don't hear it on the playback with the echo, but 2 of my cameras are me.
Yeah.
If you look at this, like Mark Larson.
Yeah. I could change the name and headline, but they're both the same picture.
yeah.
And the
Now my phone is ringing.
yeah. And the Mark Larson that's in the main page, which is playing the
it's-
audio, is really loud.
All right. Well, it's Matt Husband.
Okay. Okay. Well, he's going to talk to Matt Husband and we're
Not a
gonna
problem.
hang out. Hopefully, Matt Husband made it to where he was going. I believe he did. So
We did get word he landed.
that's,
I'm assuming
That's
this is the he's where he is and settled for the evening. Hopefully.
we can all hope. We can all hope. Look at this. We had a small break in the action. Now we're back
Yeah.
at it. I haven't started reworking on Lego. I'm just staring at my tree over here.
Little pickup I
Thinking-
got today. Show you
Oh, the tree.
this.
Ooh. Wolverine
Right.
and Deadpool from the old
Yeah.
Wolverine Deadpool helicopter set.
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was able to snag these up at a really good price today.
that's good.
So
I do believe they're unreasonably expensive usually. So
that is correct. Yes. But yeah, that's one of the
Okay.
things my son does is he collects the paired minifigs. So Scooby and Shaggy, Mickey and
Okay.
Minnie, Porky and Petunia, all of those types of figures. So the
Deadpool and Wolverine
and-
are a
yep,
natural pairing.
exactly. So
Yeah. Why wouldn't they be?
exactly. And then of
Yeah,
course
so-
to
So
stay
I
current,
switched. Yeah.
he has a chicken and banana as well.
Okay. So this Mark Larson is definitely like moving. This Mark Larson is like not moving.
Frozen.
It's like frozen.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I don't know what he's got
wiggling.
going on. Oh, now he's moving that character, but he's on double
Oh,
mute.
yeah.
So if he's trying to talk, we can't hear him. So, what a
Okay.
crazy night, crazy day. He might just be walking around for funsies, though. Who knows?
Ooh, we could do fun commentary of what he's doing.
Yeah, what's that pile of stuff on the beach there? I'm not sure. It looks like a.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we
We
can
can
hear you
hear you.
now.
Is it double?
I'm
No,
not
but-
hearing double.
The other
It
Mark
is for me.
Larson is muted.
Yeah.
Which is probably good.
Ooh, a dragonfly.
I'm sorry, the soundtrack.
Yeah,
I hear
That
my
one's-
voice.
that one's really the soundtrack one's really loud.
Is it? Okay, hold on.
Yes,
It's
it's like aggressive.
muted or am I muted?
No, it's muted. That's the right mute.
All right, so let's this down. Audio. Oh my god, you guys! I keep hearing my 2 seconds after I say stop. This. We should just stop.
If you mute,
Honestly.
if we mute this one, then do you sound fine?
No,
Weird.
no, my voice keeps echoing 2 seconds after I say stop.
Yeah.
We have this, but we haven't done this streaming. Hey, look at this! So I was looking for a bunch of stuff Treasure Islands, and they had Poppy, and so I made a new to invite Poppy. And in the meantime, Bubble moved out. She had a
Oh.
little above her head, and I'd like to move out. I was like, okay. So guess who is here now?
Who's
I'll
here?
show you.
Who's here? I'm excited to know.
We found. Oh my god! I keep hearing my voice 2 seconds after I say stuff, driving me insane. I'll show you in a second. Who's here? That's Rodney. Oh, dead duck on the beach.
That duck.
That's Melba. That's Naomi. Hey, Ben, I think I'm going to Naomi name. I think you were right. Her eyes are creepy.
Oh, good.
Cloudy on. Where the fuck is this place? There she is. Look, it's Bianca.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
You got a
okay.
tiger.
Tiger Island going on.
Oh, that's important.
What is her demeanor?
Whoops. She is a peppy.
Oh,
Okay.
looked like she was stretching there.
Yeah. All right. So let's go get another property and do some villager hunting. And just know that in the meantime, if you guys can hear me single audio, I'm hearing myself in double audio and it's driving me insane. But the point is, villager hunting makes me happy. You guys are really okay with like 12:30 on a Sunday evening?
Yeah, we're gluttons for punishment.
Oh, okay. Hey, what I can see on the screen is that hey, you guys seeing all the dialogue backwards?
No, it's the right way to us.
Not on my screen. This is crazy. Everything's off.
I
Sell
think we can
some
chalk this
fucking-
up as par for the day, if nothing else.
Shit.
I took that off and then put it back on to see if we could, because I don't know what's going on, man.
Now I see it good. Wait, no. I see it
I'll be right back.
in Chrome. In Firefox, I see it. Whatever, dude.
You have to be in like two different places in order
Yeah.
to get this to work. Okay.
Yes. Unless I went Ecamm Live, which I wouldn't have to, but like, then who knows how this would do on my current internet
Yeah.
power. Stop saying
Setup.
things after I say them. I hear my voice 2 seconds after I say stuff that's driving me nuts.
Yeah, it's gotta be that you're logged into two places, but
Well, I've done
Right.
that before,
Hmm.
and it hasn't done this.
Hmm.
It's like I'm mocking myself.
Yeah, it's gotta be playing the audio through the second one you're logged into your headset.
My headset's off now.
Oh, well, through your speakers.
All right, so we'll just do some villager hunting,
All right.
and I will buy all these because once I'm ready to like sign the island, it'll be back here. I'm sorry. My own voice is. It will not be down. It'll be up in. I'll start from the back and go forward. Oh.
You know what's really interesting too is one of the two screens is super laggy, and the other one is like
Yes.
pretty good.
So they're both on. Wait. This might help. Hold on. Be the Razor Ripsaw. Firefox should be me. Hold on. Oh. Okay.
Hey, there's you.
Hey, it's me. So put the, if you can, if you would, please. There we go. So the one that's really pixelated is the
It's a little
Chrome
pixelated.
one.
Yeah. Are you still hearing yourself twice?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like impossible to stop apparently. Yeah, all right. We don't know. What an exciting
We don't
day.
know.
Making sure, checking to make sure it's not me, says Brick Dad. No, I don't
It's
think it's
definitely
you,
not
Brick Dad.
me. 100%. All right, so we get to play Mute Mark, and I will pick up 50 the tickets, and I'll do my best to shut my mouth. You and Chris
Oh, well,
will comment on
right.
the people in the room. Now I'll try to shut my mouth.
all right. So this is definitely what's happening to poor Mark. Because he's not wearing his headset because it's driving him crazy. Through his speakers, he's hearing his own voice, and
No.
then he's hearing it again.
No, it
Right?
did it with the as well.
Well,
That's
I
why
know.
I took it.
However, because
Yeah.
you're not wearing the headset now, when it plays your voice the second time, the mic tries to cancel the echo, so then you cut out intermittently, which is kind of weird. So it's quite the interesting situation. All right, we got some tickets. We're gonna spend some Nook miles. We're gonna, try to see if we can find another tiger, for Pete's sake. Did the tiger just show up at your village, Mark? Bianca?
Bianca?
Yeah.
No, I found her. I'll play the.
Oh, you did find
I'll make
her.
a video
Okay.
out of it at some point.
right.
Yeah, totally. Yes.
All right. Well, that's cool.
All right.
So you found
let me see if I
Bianca
can-
on an island. How many Nook miles did you have to?
Mhm.
How many Nook tickets did it take to find her?
It was like 12.
All right. So how many
Right,
of how many of your villagers do you have so far then?
9?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're almost there then.
I also found Poppy.
Hey, Poppy. It's me, Poppy.
Hi, it's me, Poppy.
I love long walks. Oh, how sweet.
All right, let's do this. Wait. Can't. Stop. Something here has to change my speakers. Camera, audio, general. Audio gives the mic. And that's all right, hold on. Chrome. General audio. Razor Ripsaw. Speaker.
Change the
No, that's
speaker to your
right.
headset.
Audio. Why does it give me a speaker audio on Firefox? That's why. Audio. Come on, man. General. Dude,
So
this is whatever. What the fuck ever.
So you're on my machine, because I'm on Windows, I can just set
Mhm.
like the master output to be through my headset. If I set it through the speakers, then I'd hear you or whatever else was happening on my computer through the speakers. So I have to set that to my headset in order to avoid that playing and getting picked up by my microphone.
Right. Well, I haven't had this problem ever.
Yeah.
Man, I can't tell you, man.
Poor Mark. It's been a day for Mark. It's been a
It's been
day.
a fucking week, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
It's definitely been a day, though.
Here. It's
Definitely
been a day. Let's talk about people being disappointing.
Well, all right. That is a topic.
It is.
But hey, we're gonna find a villager.
We are.
I feel good about finding a villager. Another tiger, perhaps.
We
Or,
only have Cranky missing,
Oh,
and so we're gonna look for a Cranky, which
okay.
brings us our what's it called? Okay. I'm being distracted by the sound of my own voice echoing in my ears.
We're going to find the full set of people so we can get all the recipes. So we need a cranky.
So we're only looking for Cranky, which reduces the amount of villagers we can find. And hopefully the game has some idea that I don't have a Cranky here yet. So please give me a Cranky.
Yeah.
Give
me a
we're looking
Cranky,
for
you
Rolf,
sons of
the
bitches.
tiger,
All right.
or Avery the eagle. We'll
Uh-huh.
also take Vic the bull.
Pick the bowl.
We would
Got
take
it.
Rasher the pig.
Oh.
We maybe
Isn't
we
he
take
the scary
Walt.
looking one?
Yes.
Even
Lots
if
of
that
people don't like
jackass,
Vic.
yeah, even if that jackass betrayed us, we'll still take him.
We'll have to talk about it if we find him. It'll be a whole thing. Let's just go. So is Chris back yet? Here he is.
He's
I see him.
lurking. He can't add himself.
He can. He's an admin now.
Yeah, he was just hiding though. He's standing there he's sitting there like a statue, but his eyes are moving. He's probably trying to
Oh.
find something secret here. We have 2 people watching. Oh, he's like, my ears are still not working.
Well, we don't need anyone watching. This is for me.
It's true. It is for you.
We can have 0 audience. This is what I need.
Yeah.
God. The late voice is killing me.
There's got to be a fix. We just don't know what it is.
We've done this before with this setup, and this has not happened. But as long as you guys aren't hearing the echo,
Nope.
good.
Sounds clean on my end.
It's dirty over here.
Yeah, it's definitely Firefox.
It's dirty as balls.
Yeah. It's definitely Firefox playing back the audio from the stream that you have open.
How do you know that?
Well, because that's what makes sense for you hearing yourself again.
On Chrome and Firefox. It's Tipper.
Hey, Tipper.
Oh, she's
cow
a
Tipper.
great replacement. She's a snooty. So
Yeah.
she'd be a great replacement for Naomi because she's a
Wow.
cow and her color scheme is great. Aww.
I'm Tipper. Pleased to meet you, Hank.
This is a great character. But we
Yeah.
got to say no. She's not on the list.
Aw. Tipper. All
Look
right.
at
Well,
how
you
cute
spread
she
some
is.
joy. She is cute.
We gave her joy. We can get her someday. But the game right now is find a villager that you want by going to Nook Miles Islands.
Taking Tipper. It's not the game.
Taking Tipper is not
It's
the game.
not the
You're
game.
correct.
We don't talk about stickers?
Who said
I
that?
like that one. I don't know, but it's one of our banners.
Wait, does
Yeah,
that
we
mean we
don't.
don't talk about color of stickers or just stickers?
No, just stickers.
Both.
Okay, both.
All both of you watching can like and subscribe.
We'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because what don't you love about whatever is going on right now?
Right?
Yep. Indeed. We can share a referral link.
We do. Every time I post a live stream, we put the referral link in there. And I've made some money off of it.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right, Dodo Beans is setting us up to travel again. Villager hunt still.
Did you call them dodo
I don't-
beans?
Yep, Dodo Beans.
Yeah,
Orville
perfect.
and
Makes
Wilbur,
sense.
the Wright brothers, also known as the Dodo Beans.
Dodo
Now, how many
beans.
villagers have we found that we actually kept? 2?
9. 9.
3.
3?
Yeah, we found 4. We found Zell. We found Bianca. We found Poppy.
Mhm.
We found Naomi.
Mhm.
But we don't want Naomi anymore.
No, get out of here, Naomi.
Oh, okay.
But we
You're saying-
can't just take anyone. They have to be on our list.
Yes.
Our list right now, we're looking for a cranky. So we
Cranky.
can take Walt, Vic, Avery, or somebody else.
The tiger, Ralph.
Ratcher, Rolf. Yes.
Rolf.
Hey,
Oh, it's a lion.
Mott. It's Mott the Hoople.
Hi, Mott. You are a lion, and the lions were done dirty.
Done
He's not-
dirty.
He's not as bad as some of the other lions, quite
No
honestly.
kidding.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say
However-
he's not as bad.
Not at all, but why the glasses, man?
I don't know, but at least he's got like a beard, which helps. It's kind of the disappointing thing with the lions is they don't have any mane down below. It's just all long hair, kind of. It just looks like
He's-
they're wearing a
Oh.
wig.
He's also based off Mott the Hoople.
Oh.
So, what's not to love about that? All right. Well,
I don't know, but he's not on the list.
he's
Not on the list. That's not the game.
It's
Not on the
the
list.
game.
Now I hear
Uh,
myself vaping in an echo. All right, let's
Oh.
go Orville. Let's.
It's interesting that you don't hear any of us
What do you mean?
in the echo. You just hear yourself
No,
echoing.
just me.
Yeah, super weird. I don't know.
Maybe it's because Mark knew that Mark didn't need to be alone, so Mark's going to hear Mark.
That's
Maybe.
an interesting ploy, interesting thought.
I accept. All right, what is this? 3?
This is number 3. Yes, we saw
3 out of 50.
the lion. We saw the cow that we didn't take,
Tipper.
and now we're on to finding another one here. Mott and what was the first one? Tipper. Tipper Gore.
Yeah, she is. Norma. Another cow.
Another
We have our
adorable
Norma.
cow.
We want we have Melba. We want Savannah, who's a horse that looks like a zebra. So Norma, I'm sorry. You're out.
You out, Norma.
Not on the list.
Later.
You're not on the list.
You can stay stranded on your island.
Mhm. That's what all the girls told me the second time I tried to go to prom in my senior year. They said,
They
"You're cute,
told
but
you
you're not on the list.
Right?
You're not on the list."
They told you you'd stay stranded on your island?
No, they said you're cute, but you're not on the list. Actually, they just said you're not on the list.
I like that. You're not on the list. We say it as often as it's not the game.
It's not
Almost.
the game. Yeah. So strange fact about me. My first wife and I were only 6 months age difference. We graduated from the same high school, but never went to school together.
Really? Wait a minute.
Yes.
You graduated from the same high school, 6
Yes.
months apart,
Yes.
but didn't go to school together? Wait a minute.
Correct.
They were in two different years, and some shenanigans happened.
2 different years. That is correct.
Uh-huh.
She graduated the year before me because she was
What?
at the age cutoff for her year, and I was early for the age cutoff in my year. So she started a year in school ahead of me. She graduated in 92. I graduated in 93. My senior year, I transferred schools. So we graduated from the same school by having our senior years at the same school. So, but yeah, I throw that out there.
Graduated.
Yep. So that would have been one of my hogwash.
Your hogwashes. We got a whole thing
like
of
it.
Brick Dad builds hogwashes now. So we didn't feel good about Bertha.
No.
Yeah.
She's cute. She's not on the list.
Yeah.
It's
We
not,
need a
not on the
cranky.
list.
Yeah.
We've had no cranky
We
so
don't-
far. It's
We
the
don't need
only-
more cowbell. We don't need cowbell.
More cowbell. All right, Orville, hit me up, buddy.
My favorite Orville is Orville Redenbacher.
Oh, of course. He's
Right?
dead too, though. Just like the dodos.
He lives on in our popcorn.
He does.
Is
He
that
does.
even still a brand?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay.
And he had a nephew, marketing wise, for a long time.
I miss the days of expandable aluminum foil on top of open flame.
Who doesn't?
They still
Right?
have that, don't they?
You're cute, but you're not on the list.
We got a banner.
Good banner.
Yeah, we'll take that off until we need to say it again.
Well,
That'll be a fun one while we're talking Lego.
because it's Ecamm Live most of the time when we do this.
That's true.
I've been OBSing.
You've been BSing.
I've been
All right.
OBSing.
BSing.
I'm not a
Now
BS
we're-
guy.
We're trying to find ourselves another villager. Oh,
It's the yak again.
it's Angus. Hey, Angus.
Yeah, you're fancy. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Mac Moo.
Mhm.
It's catchphrase is Mac Moo. All right, fuck off.
How do you call a yak Angus?
I don't know.
It's like
it's
just-
like steak,
That's just wrong.
but he's clearly a yak by his horns, right?
Yeah.
So that's not an Angus steak, right?
I would say no.
I have to say, what I'm feeling right now, in the depth of my heart, is that I appreciate you guys being here to do this villager hunt with me, considering that I just wanted to do something fun after the weird, difficult weekend. You don't have to be here, but I'm overwhelmed with joy that you guys have decided to be here and extend your weekend into the wee hours of the morning on a Sunday night, Monday morning. And please feel free to take off whenever you want.
I can't. It's Dodo Airlines. I don't have a ticket.
Oh, okay.
True. I might fall asleep in the chair, but that's okay.
Thank you.
No, I'm
probably
totally
won't
good
do
here,
that.
so I don't mind.
Appreciate that a lot.
I'm gonna make some noise over here, build some things, make some trees.
You should.
It's cozy stream, so we do whatever we want.
Thank you. That's exactly what this is about.
That's what we do.
I mean, it's only 12:45. 7.
Yeah. So I found out I had a second tree part container today.
What do you mean?
I keep, because I build a lot of trees lately.
Oh,
So I keep
Jesus
this
Christ.
container that's full of tree stuff.
Yeah.
I found out I have a second one that's half full too.
Ben, you showed me like 4 earlier.
Mm. Well, here's another one. That was just bags of leaves. But here's my second
Oh,
one.
okay. That was just the leaves, not the build parts. Got it.
Yeah. So here's my second bag.
Nice.
My second bin. Which one's the superior bin? I don't know.
Yeah. You won't know till you sort them all out
Right.
into your sorting system.
Right. Which is already a mess of nonsense. So how can we help you today? I want to fly. Well, you are an airline, so let's start with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not
Have
make
you
this-
tried asking for a specific villager you're looking for? Send me to
Right.
their island.
Ask me that.
Yeah. Who would you like
or
to
at
fly
least
to
a
see?
personality type. Or a species. Do you
Yeah,
want an
exactly.
eagle? Yes.
Yes. Yes, queen.
Yes, queen.
Mhm.
So I was given an opportunity this week to
Mhm.
Evaluate a set of an off-brand build.
Yeah.
Which one?
Okay.
It's an art print, Claude Monet,
Yeah.
Impression Sunrise.
Oh.
Okay.
Now, this is the set.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Well,
That's
certainly
very
is.
cool. Hi,
It's
Audi.
it's comparable to Starry Night
Chief.
in
What's
the build process,
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
what I actually built it compared to in my review, was to take a look
Okay.
at it. This one actually has lights in it as well.
Ooh,
So
crazy.
I will.
Thoughts?
Honestly, it's not bad on the design. The problem that I have with this is the quality of the brick.
Yeah.
The tolerances on the bricks are not as good. There's gaps between plates, and the clutch power is great on it. It's very strong on the clutch, almost too strong at times,
Yeah. That's
but
what I
it definitely
found with those
holds. It definitely holds
build
together.
ones. Mhm.
Yeah. So here is with the lights, and it has a battery pack in it. So
Not bad.
it actually
Okay.
lights up
Ooh,
the sunrise section right in here,
Nice.
I like that.
and then one up here. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, right here.
So
So
that would be good if it wasn't for the brick quality problem.
yeah, well, I don't have an issue with having it out on a shelf next to a Lego set in comparison to seeing a noticeable difference between them. Those that build Lego could come up and identify and tell that it's not. But the back on it here is fairly decent on the layout and the stand for it and all that.
No,
Ooh, who do we
man.
have? Thrasher?
So
No, it's not Rasher. It's
Boris.
Boris. Is this one of the Zelda? Hold on. I have to do some research. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Boris.
Boris.
Is this? No. Shit.
Cranky.
He is cranky, but he's not one of the Zelda ones, and he's not on my list. But he is a board.
Not on the list.
Not on the list. Sorry, buddy.
Important question.
Boring.
Do you want to give him?
Boring.
Do you want to give him this?
I can't see. Hold on.
You're cute, but
You're
not on the
key. I
list.
do. We should.
Or do you want to give him this one?
Fuck off.
Now, here's
You're
the biggest
cute.
thing on this set that I
Alright.
built. The
Yes.
Starry Night set retails at about 170, 180,
Okay.
without any discounts or any of that.
Okay.
This one comes in at $79. It's 80
Okay.
bucks, half the price.
All right.
So it's a hard sell to not say it's worth its value at half the
Mhm.
price with the lights in it.
Sure.
And
Is it
it's
also
not-
half the
it's-
size?
No, it's not actually. It's
Okay.
pretty close to with its
Okay.
frame. It's about the same size as the internal section of Starry
Okay.
Night without the frame.
Okay.
Okay.
So it is smaller, but not like.
So yeah, it's
Absurdly
it's a
smaller.
fractionally smaller, but not too bad. So
All right.
Nice. You guys both do some outside Lego stuff just because you love building, just because you love construction toys. Like, why do you guys both skirt the fringes of construction
Purist.
toy brands?
All right. Well, okay. I guess I would say that why should we necessarily be loyal to Lego in particular?
I didn't ask you to ask me a new question.
This is my response. So if we see a design for something else we like and it's not morally corrupt,
Mhm.
what's the problem, right? I mean, there are people who are just, and people who watch
Apple.
our stream,
Fuck you, Apple. Yeah.
poor Apple,
Mhm.
who are just, they're never going to do anything other than Lego. But if your parts are of, equal quality and your designs are good and they're not stolen, I want to be clear about that.
yes,
Like, if
Oh,
it's
no,
stolen,
I
I
appreciate
don't
that
want to
about
touch it.
Funhole a lot. Yeah.
If you're stealing from Lego or from other designers, I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
Even community
for
members,
me,
I'm not
the
touching it.
reason that I skirt the line of embracing off-brand is because there are a lot of people out there that don't have the mock ability to free build stuff. So being able to build
Mockability.
by instructions matters to them to be able to
Yeah.
follow an instruction and see that. So
Yeah.
being able to embrace the different build styles that these other brands have, because I can tell you right now, the instructions for the set that the set that I just showed,
Yeah.
it's a different instruction process. So it took me probably about 3 or 4 pages of about 10 steps to see their build process of how
Mhm.
they went about laying out their bricks and their building. So for me, being able to experience that helps me understand other builders that are instruction builders that are literally building them for the set and displaying the set.
Okay.
I also think
So-
it helps on the Funhole side that they're still doing medieval.
Well, that's the other catch too, is being able
Yeah.
to add to my collection for things that aren't available through Lego, like this
Yeah.
art piece. This print, I'm familiar with this painting. I've seen this painting before. I studied it back when I was in school. So, the impressionism of that painting and the history behind it. Lego didn't do this print. They didn't create this set, but an off-brand did. So being able to have that and embrace that, and then also build it, brings that into perspective for me as well. So, is there a trade-off of the quality of the build via the bricks and stuff like that? For sure. But if you're not
Pardon me.
a prolific builder,
Yeah.
I don't think you would notice it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And definitely with Funhole, the quality of Funhole, while not yet on par with Lego, it is
Valerie.
one of the highest qualities
Miranda.
of the off brands.
Oh, she's
Definitely.
cute, but she's not on the list.
She's not on the list.
Not on
And
the
I
list.
can't hear her voice, so I don't know what personality she has. Maybe snooty? She looks snooty.
What was her name?
Miranda.
Miranda the duck. She's just quacking away at everybody.
I'm gonna use the bathroom soon.
That's what she sounds like. I think I got it
Yeah.
right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think you're right.
Yeah, she's snooty.
Mm.
Oh, thank you. Looking at that one up. Let's turn the volume up on the game again, but I can turn it down.
Her look and snooty would be annoying.
Hold on.
Beep, boop, 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 boop. That's what
Wait, I
music
can't.
sounds like.
Another thing too is one of the things with the fun hole sets is being able to take those and to an extent gut them, their modular buildings especially, to then turn around and use those in my city to build them into what I want them to be for my city. So could I literally get their instructions, source all the Lego parts and do it that way? Yes. But at the same time, they also come with lighting kits that I would have to source as well to include the lighting kits. So
But then you're ripping off Funhole with Lego.
no,
Now that's just a
I'm
mind
modifying.
F.
I'm right. That's a mind back.
Now there's
Yeah.
your mind F right there. I'm taking the
We can say
Funhole
mind
design
fuck,
and Legofying
I
it.
think at this point.
I'm
in
I'm
the
FOing the Limu bricks.
evening.
Mark, what did you think of my slogan for the hole filler idea?
They're always good. You've come up with several. It's not the first one.
My
I think
latest
they're very
one is
good. Like the concept is like I don't want to jump on as a brand for Brickworld, but
Well, of
like,
course not.
you're nailing the marketing side of it. I think that it
Yeah.
would go well
all right.
if we did that.
Yeah.
Or whoever would want to do it.
Whoever
shows
would
that-
We could
want
even
to.
say it's an illuminating fun hole filler.
Mm,
Oh, it's Roscoe. Here's a cranky. Our first
Yeah.
cranky of the evening. I do love him, but he's already on Buttland.
yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. No.
If he fills it and you're okay with it,
No,
you're
he's not on the
familiar with
list.
him.
If he fills
Okay,
the fun
okay, he's
hole,
not on the list. Never mind.
He's not on the list.
He's not on the list. Okay.
He's not getting away
don't
with
buy
that
Mambo.
with it that easy. He ain't on the list, man.
He not.
You're not on the list.
Not on the list. You're out.
But that's the game.
I did get Roscoe from an island for Buttland. I had a card for Tank. I found Sid on an island. Who else is there? I got Beardo with an amiibo card. I think I got
Beardo.
Diana with an amiibo card.
It's
Found
Diana
Annabelle.
Deer.
She is.
That's what I thought.
I texted you guys both a picture of that set next to the Starry Night so you can see a comparison in size to it.
I did see that.
Okay.
Jesus. I'm not hitting any button right. So once I take off in the airplane, I'm going to go use the bathroom and grab a drink.
It's okay. Mark's got to go. We're good with that.
Mark's
Hey,
gotta
hey.
go.
Mark's got to go. Time for takeoff, bitch. All right, I'm out. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, reduce him down one more. There we go again. Yay. And... Hey, bye.
Hey.
Hey.
Poor Mark. What a gnarly day.
Right?
He's upset that I said poor Mark, but why would I not say that? His power went out. Like, that's no fun, man.
It is
That's no
definitely
fun.
not fun.
And then you
I
have to
had a-
mess around with the power company. Like, no one wants to do that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I had my house down in Arkansas hit with lightning, and I had a couple breakers that were fused because of the lightning getting into it and shorting the breakers. So I totally get the problems with that and redoing that. So
Mm.
I can only imagine having your entire situation that he had happen.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they got in touch with the truck driver and his company, and they were like, "What the fuck, man?
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
you can't do that, brah."
Yeah. Just let me know where to send the bill.
Yeah. On it, I would, who knows? Maybe he felt like a weird tug on the truck, but didn't think anything of it. Maybe he knew exactly what he did. Like, I'm gonna try not to judge this guy too harshly, but
Right. Well, and that's the thing. So, sometimes people make mistakes, and his was going down that alley that day. Was this a first offense, or did he have previous problems of this guy doesn't know how to drive?
no idea. And I guess, the only thing is, if he knew he did it, and he just made his delivery and left, like, that's crappy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Bailing on it and running away, for sure.
Yeah. But if it was like, what was that? That felt kind of weird, and then you just move on.
Yeah. Was that a branch off of a tree that then gave way and was fine? Or
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, who knows? He's like, who knows what that was?
You guys are nailing it for sure.
Yep.
So he does deliver there like once a week. And he kept telling me, I don't see it. I don't see the wire. And I'm like, it's right there, hanging live in the middle of the alley. What he was actually saying, because English second language, I didn't see it. So he's saying, I don't see it. I don't see it. But that was his entire explanation. I didn't see it. Goodbye.
Easy.
He did stop by. It's Tipper again. God damn it.
Wasted tickets.
I do think, from a person who has driven large trucks often for a living, yeah, if you're dragging a meter and all the conduit off of a building, there's a moment where and you should stop.
Like when it's sparking and you can hear the zaps and
the entire
what was that
house
flash of
shaking.
light?
Yeah. I was about to let the dogs outside, and I said, hold on. I have to get the glass cleaner and paper towels, because I'm going to clean the windshield, because the inside of the windshield is very dirty. So girls, wait. And they kept asking to go outside. They had been for about 20 minutes. And I was like, we're leaving. We're going to the suburbs because it's the air show. And Cheeto doesn't like the entire airplane thing.
Yeah.
And so we're getting ready to go. I'm like, you guys will be fine. No, not that. Listen, you. Now, set some other time. I want to talk to you about flying, not about your stupid postcard thing. And so they're about 30 seconds away from being let out in the backyard. I'm so grateful that they weren't out there when all the power lines went live in our backyard. When
the zappies went wild. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 electrocuted puppies. That'd have been bad.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd have killed myself.
That's
Yeah, that would
not even joking. Good. Something happens to one of the 2 of them, Orion or Cheeto, I will die on sight.
I'm at that predicament right now because my Yorkie, she just turned 15.
Yeah.
And this was my wife's baby before she passed away. She got her from her sister, and she was her everything up until she passed away. And I've been, doing everything I can to, take care of her and love this dog. And
life, yeah.
Yeah. And she's at 15 years old now. And the average Yorkie lives between 12 and 16 years. So I'm at that point right now where I'm like, and she's definitely hitting her geriatric years of
Yeah.
the cataracts and the can't see and stuff like that. And then her sister is a black Havanese, another terrier sized dog.
Yeah.
Wait, that's Mott again, right?
Again, we've had Tipper twice. We've had Mott twice.
But
Okay.
the F
But
man.
that's the thing about these animals who join our lives. They're kind of some sort of metric, and you're doing your best to hang on to him for her. You're like, keep going, buddy. Keep going. I need you here.
I wonder if does it metric off of how you set up the island so far, or
It should, but it's obviously not, because all I need is a cranky, Mott's a jock.
Yeah. It's like, no, man, you need a jock right now. We'll get you a cranky later, but right now you need a jock.
But here's what a physicist would tell you about grief. There's a finite amount of energy in the universe. So when he's ready to go, his energy is going to go somewhere. Doesn't go nowhere.
Yep.
He's not going to cease to exist. Every part of every cell in his body is going to go back into the earth, go back into the universe, as did your first wife.
Yep.
And perhaps their energy will join together.
Oh, for sure. Well, that was something else also is my wife made sure that when she passed away. No, it's good. One of the things my wife said is when one of her other dogs passed away, she's like, I want their ashes mixed with mine because they're with me. They're part of me. They're mine. So this is pet number 3 that she had that she's like, this one will be mixed with me as well. So while my wife did have a military burial at sea, it was only half of her.
Yeah.
I kept the good half. So
oh god damn.
That's the joke side. But that's okay. No, I'm very in touch with the grief and dealing with loss and stuff like that. I'm coming up on 9 years post grief or post loss from my wife passing away, and being able to comprehend the reality of how limited life can be is not something I'm unfamiliar with, and being able to handle that. Right. I do have somewhat of a dark sense of humor. Like sometimes I tease people that I changed my wife's name when she passed away. It's now Ashley because she was cremated. But you know, I create. But those were her wishes, so I respect her wishes and did what she wanted rather than what I felt was best for me. Where having a grave marker or something like that, I don't have somewhere to go and mourn my wife. So if you meet me in person and we have a conversation, I'm going to tell you about the tattoos on my arm because those are my living memorials that go with me, because I have a tattoo of my wife on my arm. So I have her coordinates where she was buried at sea.
If she was buried somewhere in the ground somewhere.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. A graveyard, or you know, a location where, you move away from it 5 years later because life changes, things happen. Where now she's on my arm right here. She's with me every single day. When I go to sleep at night, my arm goes up next to my head, so I lay with my wife every night when I go to bed. Now I'm in a new relationship. I have a new wife. I have new kids. The beautiful thing with that is my new wife was a widow also. She lost her husband literally just about 6 months after my wife passed away.
Didn't know that.
And it's an intricate story because the only reason that I met her was I was trying to reach out to her husband to talk to him as a military recruiter, because when my wife passed away, I'm like, I'll go back in and maximize my retirement and stay longer. Who's that? Oh, wait, no.
Truffles. Look at this. That's a woman.
That's definitely a fuck off. You're not on the list. No cuteness
Fuck
there.
off.
That hair, I can't. That's no. We don't
That's
care.
Anything about this?
That's a you're not on any list.
You're on the worst villager list. Congratulations.
Yeah,
So
you're not on our
Brick
list.
Dad-
You're on a watch list.
Brick Dad,
So
I feel very fortunate that my dad was so into astronomy, because knowing what I know about like energy in the universe, there's so many constellations that I look at and be like, my dad taught me how to find these. He's there.
exactly,
That's
yeah,
where he is.
exactly,
Yeah.
yep. So when I met my new wife, the way I met her was actually trying to get hold of her husband to go back in the military, because her husband used to be one of my junior seamen, one of my junior sailors that worked for me way back while I was
Wow.
on active duty.
Wow.
And I kept up with some of my juniors and knew what they were doing and where they were and stuff like that, just because they were good people and I raised them right. So I was reaching out to him to say, hey, all that help I gave you, I'm calling in a favor. Can you help me with what I got going on? And when I reached out to him, she actually emailed me back and said, hey, who are you and why are you trying to contact my husband? And I explained to her the situation that, 6 months ago, my wife passed away, or I think it was about a year at that point. And I said, 9 months to a year ago, my wife passed away and I'm looking at going back in the military. That's why I was trying to reach out to your husband. And then I explained who he was to me, having been one of my subordinates before. And she explained to me, she's like, oh, okay, I totally understand that. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to tell you. He passed away 6 months ago.
Norma again.
So we ended up connecting in that respect. Norma, you're not on the list.
No, twice you're not on the list. This is the second time
Yeah.
we've seen her tonight.
Yeah. Stop showing up because you're still
That's-
not on the list.
Stop
wasting my tickets.
Brick Dad.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So I ended up meeting her, and I had never met her before because I
Yeah.
had transferred after spending about 4 years with her husband when he was 18, 19 years old, up
Yeah.
until about 22, 23. And they didn't get married until he was later in his 20s. So I never knew her, never met her or any of that. So when I told her who I was and our relationship between me and her husband, she's like, oh, okay, that totally makes sense and everything. So we became friends, and I had the privilege of I guess you would call it a privilege of sharing my grief journey with her, of going through the loss process of recovering after losing a spouse and something like that. So we actually started to bond, trauma bond, I guess, in a way,
Trombone,
with
yeah.
our losses and stuff like that. And we're at a point now where we're 6 years, almost 7 years, 6 years. Yes, about 6 years into our relationship. And it's a blessing every day that I get to talk to the kids about their dad,
Wow. Oh,
because I knew him when he was an 18 or 19-year-old guy
holy shit.
when she didn't know him.
Yeah.
So I get to tell them about the stupid stuff he would do as a 19-year-old kid, fresh in the Navy and stuff like that. But I also get to tell them when I see them have certain mannerisms or things that they do that he used to do, I get to point those out to him
dude,
and say,
look at
"Oh,
this
would you stop acting like your
Norma
dad?"
again. It is
that-
literally Norma
that 4
twice
or
in
5?
a fucking row. It's the third time we've seen her.
She just gotta fuck off. You're not on the list. She went from you're
Norma.
cute, but you're not on the list to straight up fuck off.
Norma.
Yeah.
You also have this weird braid going on that makes me think that you're like Latter-day Saints. So no. Brick Dad, that's amazing though.
She gonna come knock on your door. Can I talk to you about Animal
Seriously.
Crossing? We
That's
But
really
no, and so,
cool.
so I'm blessed every day to be able to talk to the kids and tell them about
It is a
who
blessing.
their dad was and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
and yeah, the when you said serendipitous earlier, I'm like, you have no idea.
I didn't.
So yeah, so the unfortunate side is Emmy, our daughter. She's almost 8, and she was
Mhm.
only 6 months old, less than a year old when her dad passed away. So she has very limited knowledge of who he was, the type of person he was, and any of that, other than the relationship with
Very.
pictures and videos
Yeah.
that she gets to see and share. So
Very limited knowledge. Yes.
yeah, so I'm fortunate to be able to not just be her dad, but share her dad with her.
Well, and she's fortunate for that too.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh no, completely. But the funny thing is she's even more like her mom than she is like her dad. So that's even fun for me of teasing her about that. So, but yeah,
Cute.
so it's um, unfortunately I've lost several military friends and people that I worked with and stuff like that, and some that were extremely close. Four of which were, and being able to bring that into my life and share that with people is giving me an opportunity to help other people process things, as well as for me to be tangible with emotions that was something I wasn't good at in my youth.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I'm over 50 and I build Lego.
Is that the conclusion we were aiming towards?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's the conclusion I wanted to hear.
Love it.
No, and so yeah, no, seriously though, with my retirement and stuff like that, that's why now I'm like, yeah, I'm totally chill about things and try to not stress as much as possible because life's too short for it. I was 41 years old when my wife passed away, and that's something that normally doesn't happen until somebody's way later in life.
No shit.
So going and sitting in a VFW feels kind of weird with 60, 70-year-old guys, 80-year-old guys that are widowers talking about their military time and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the young guy over here trying to talk to and have those conversations.
I love the veterans group you had this year.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, I got with Brickmania, and let's see if I have one over here.
He's great, Dan.
Yeah, Dan is awesome. Dan had a special minifig ball cap that he had made, or I'm pretty sure he had it made for there's a portion of it that goes to an organization, a veterans organization.
Nice.
And I got with him after Brickworld, and I ordered an additional 250 that I'm going to stock for Brickworld to have as giveaways for veterans. So every veteran,
that's great.
Whether they have a sig fig or a friend figure or something like that, I'm going to have these ball caps to be able to give them each year. So they'll have a veteran ball cap for their figure, whether they use it or not. Those that want them can get them. And I was going to work with Shy and get some for him as well. So that, yes. So that Shy can get some out in California for when he does events and stuff out there.
He dropped a bunch of videos today, and I was like, if I wasn't going through what I was going through today, I'd be like, Shy, I'm so glad to hear from you. I wanted to reach out to him to be like, are you okay, dude? Because it's been a while since you posted a video or since I've seen you on someone else's live stream. But I also have the kind of thing where I'm like, I don't want
To be
anyone
intrusive.
to think. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I just thought I would send him a text and be like, happy to see you back.
I'm sure he would
like
welcome.
you.
Oh yeah. Well, we had a couple deep conversations
I bet.
this year at Chicago.
I bet.
11
I
o'clock
ma-
at night, almost midnight at night, out on the middle of the floor, just
I made
standing
him
there
cry.
talking.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit,
Are
sorry.
you there? I can't hear you. Did
I made him
lose you?
cry. Did I lose you guys?
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
Brick Dad's having some audio problems.
Brick Dad's
and now he's-
frozen.
Well, no, he's moving his mouth, but there's no sound coming through his
Yeah,
microphone.
we can't hear you.
No.
Sorry.
Sorry. We can send him
We
a
miss
comment,
you.
though. He left.
Oh, he died.
Man. Again. Well, he's in the green room still.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Ben.
Hello. I don't have any amazing stories like that. You know?
Well, you don't need. No one's judging you on that.
I know.
That story
I
is
get it.
amazing, though, isn't it?
It is.
I don't
It
have
is a lot
amazing
of
stories
lot
like
of
that.
lot of serendipity.
You do, because you had a wife who put up with your giant pirate ship on the coffee table.
and on the
See-
futon.
I wouldn't even try something like that here. So,
Oh,
don't
I
know,
hate
she
hearing my
adapted.
own laugh on delay, echoing in
Poor
my
Mark.
own ears.
like
What
I
is
was
that
saying
other
though,
voice?
with
It's my voice.
Shy,
yeah,
I had a deep conversation about 10, 11 o'clock at night out in the middle of the
Mhm.
floor, the show floor, with Shy,
Mhm.
to the point where we were talking and we were just literally standing there talking and crying at the same time and rehashing stuff that we had gone through and shared things that we were able to communicate and talk to back and forth. And when we finished the conversation, we literally just stood there and just gave each other a hug and said, "Hey man, we totally understand each other. I get you, you get me. That's where we're at."
They're
And
so similar.
yeah, oh for
They
sure,
really are.
for sure. And the
Honest people.
softened heart,
Mhm.
aspect of people, when those hearts meet and can share, it's amazing.
You guys both have military PTSD as well. Well,
Yeah.
he does. I think yours is
I do too.
all-encompassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yours
I
was
don't-
outside your military service. Well, so did his.
I don't talk about all the stuff that I did while I was in the military,
Right.
because I spanned a very large section of the military with everything I did.
Yeah.
A real brief overview. I started out doing nuclear repair. I worked on nuclear reactors for submarines to begin with.
You naval?
Yeah. Nuclear.
So is my dad.
Submarine. So
so is
so I
my
started out.
dad.
I started out working in the reactors on nuclear submarines as a repair tech. I didn't actually live or do submarines. I worked on repair ships to begin with. That was the first couple of years. I had
love
a
this
background
character.
in welding. And who is that? Phoebe.
Yes. She's
Phoebe,
amazing.
you're cute, but you're not on the list.
You're so cute, but you are so not on the list. Damn it.
But we're okay with it right now because she's not a cow.
Yeah, exactly. She's not Norma.
You haven't
So
seen her
Brick Dad,
She's not
several times
Norma.
tonight.
So
Did
yeah.
I ever tell you how my dad got to be a naval officer?
No, I don't think you. I don't think you've told me that story.
So he joined the Navy to avoid the draft for Vietnam.
Okay.
And he wanted to be a pilot. Like he always, that was his dream, was to fly. He was colorblind. he was blind in one eye.
Wow. Okay.
And so he couldn't, but he joined the Navy anyway. And he had a bachelor's degree in marketing.
Okay.
And so he became an officer. And they sent him to officer school. And they said, "You're smart. You get to be the ship keep."
Okay. Yep.
From then on out, after he left the service, and he was so proud of his service, and he wasn't able to wear his uniform in public because there was a lot of protests against Vietnam when he came back.
Oh yeah.
And he was always really sad about that. He felt really ashamed that that's what happened. But he became an accountant, and he became a CPA, and then he became a controller. And he had the right mind to do all of that, to the point where, like, my dad has a marketing degree, and I thought marketing was finance.
Oh yeah.
So I stayed away from marketing for classes, because I'm like, it's all about math. But that would have helped me a lot in what I'm doing now. Either way, he became like a very well-rounded, very smart person, very proud of it. I will never forget the time we were at Orland Square Mall, and my gentle, skinny, lanky dad jumped into an argument between this man and woman, where like this guy was like screaming in this girl's face, and he's like, "You don't need to believe what he's telling you right now." And I was like, "What just happened?" My dad just jumped on some big old muscle dude, and he backed down. The guy did, not my dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know that was a thing that happened in real life.
Yep.
I will never forget that. But I think it's all because, like, they called him Dad on the ship, not shipped. Because he was 21, and they were all 18 and 19. So he was Dad on the USS Savannah, and he really showed them all how to, like, get out of the service. Not get out of the service, not like quit, but like once you're out of the service, do this, do that. Like, this is how to start a savings account. Like, he was their dad.
Yeah.
And like, those stories like still kill me.
That happened to me too. Yeah. It was the same for me. I had a bunch of juniors, and I've got one that is a fire captain up in Elgin. And yeah, Elgin. I have another one that I've actually got about 3 that are in Seattle Fire Department, that are firefighters for Seattle's fire department. And I've got a friend down in San Diego, 3 of them in San Diego that are now retired from the military, because I met them when I first joined, and he was like a big brother to me. And he wasn't old enough to be the dad person, but he was definitely the brother. Okay, Mark, you got a thing for the postcards? Is that what this is? Is you just keep going to the postcards? So
ignore me on that one, because I'm watching our screen where you're talking.
Yeah,
and it's like 10 seconds behind, so I'm running too far past the counter, and that's why I keep going to the post office. Please keep talking. It's much more interesting than what I'm doing.
Oh no. Well, we're hunting today, so
right.
But I met this guy in my primary school right after boot camp, and he was what was called a fleet returnee. He went to boot camp, then went to a ship, undesignated, not sure what job he wanted to do, but then figured out what he wanted to do, and then went to school to do that job. For me, I had a signed contract, so I went straight from boot camp to the school. So I had met him. He was 2 years older than me, and he was at least seasoned with what the Navy was, and we ended up
Yeah.
buddying up and becoming friends. And when I ended up transferring out of school after I graduated, same as him, we both transferred out to San Diego. He had already had a family and everything, and he was already out there. And he had a daughter that was about to be born. So I became like the uncle to his daughter, and ended up, I've known him for close to 32 years now that I've been friends,
Nice.
and his wife has been like a sister to me, to the point. Lopez,
Yeah,
the
he's
gazelle,
cranky, but he's not on the list.
not on the list.
He's getting an FO. You're not on the list.
Yeah. Fun hole him. So yeah, so like 30 years I've known them, and even through my divorces and stuff like that, being that close to them, they've stuck with me and my side of dealing with things and been my support all the
Yeah.
way through all of that, which is amazing. So
Where were you
But,
stationed before you were deployed?
my military career, I started out in San Diego doing nuclear repair over Point Loma.
So my dad. Oh my God, Point Loma. You
Yeah.
know, San Cabrillo National
Yeah.
Monument.
Oh yeah.
That's where we spread.
I
my
I was
dad's
up there often.
ashes
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. San
in the
Cabrillo,
tide
yeah, up
pools.
there on the point is absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So yeah,
I went there every weekend and visited him, and ran the mile down the Harbor Trail and
Yeah.
back
Oh,
off,
yeah.
which was hard, and then
Oh,
visited
yeah.
the tide pools and climbed the cliffs,
Yeah.
and people would be pointing and yelling, "How did you get up there?" I'd be like, "I'll come meet you here and show you how to get up here." Like, it was my
Yeah.
favorite fucking thing to do, because
Oh,
it was
for
just
sure.
like
Yeah.
showing new people what my dad loved to do.
Yeah.
Like, here's how you explore all of this. Do you want to get to the Pelican Cliffs where the nests are, where all the poop is? This is how you
Right,
get down
yeah.
there. And then
One of
they
my
had the,
favorite things
like,
was to go out to Ocean Beach,
Ocean
and
Beach.
Dog Park, and
Yes.
Imperial
Which is
Beach.
now a Seal Beach.
Yes. Yes. So, so after I finished my time
this.
at the submarine base and working nuclear repair, I went to welding and inspection school for structural
Oh my
integrity
God.
welding and engineering.
So you were
And
at
when
the
I
dry
finished my-
dock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
I
God,
finished up
love
there.
that area. It's so beautiful. We bought.
I got sent to Guam.
You got sent to Guam from there.
Yeah. And I was on a 2-year billet to go to Guam, and they actually gave me an option and said, hey, we could really use you. Would you like to stay for a 3rd year? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll stay for a 3rd year in Guam. It's like
Whatevs.
Hawaii in the 1950s and 40s.
Yes.
It was
yes.
so rustic and rural and organic that it was absolutely amazing. So I was like, yeah, heck
Raymond.
yeah. I got my what is Raymond? Is Raymond a grumpy,
Raymond's a
or
cat.
He's a cat.
He's a smug.
Mhm.
So
he's a smug?
Fun
Okay.
fact about Raymond: during the pandemic, Raymond was a new character with Animal Crossing New Horizons, and everybody wanted him. And so people would get Raymond on their island and get him to the point where he wanted to move out and sell him. And there were a bunch of scams. They'd be like,
Really?
pay me $800 and come to my island, and Raymond's there. He's ready to move out. And they'd show up at their island and they'd kick them out and ban them from their island.
Really?
There's lots of stories that, yes. Gross and wrong. So
YOLO,
on-
good evening. We're
on
actually
the,
on the hunt tonight, so
on the promenade outside the dry dock, in San Diego,
Yeah.
we bought a brick for that sidewalk, dedicated it to my dad. So there's a Glen Allen
that's
Larson
awesome.
brick.
Okay.
In that, yeah. So I know exactly where you're at. So
Yeah.
did you
I
take?
know. I
did
know
you
exactly
take-
where those bricks are.
Did you take the Navy up on your third year in Guam, or did
I
you?
did.
Move
I did.
on?
I ended up staying there.
Nice.
Well, see, the funny thing is when I got to Guam, I was originally supposed to be there to do some more submarine repair, but
Yeah.
the
My
ship that I
God.
was going to there was repositioned and sent back to the States.
Oh.
And I'd been there, and they're like, yeah, we need to send you back to the States. And I'm like, no, I literally just got here. I didn't even have my personal property, all my household goods and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
had a wife and a 6-month-old daughter. I'm like, you mean I'm not going to have anything for my family for the next 6 months? I'm like, no, that doesn't work for me. I'm not going to go back. I said, you figure out where to
Right.
put me here. And they're like, well, you're not really qualified for anything except for this because of the level of qualifications that you have. We don't have a lot of nuclear reactor type material around here other than submarines, and we don't have that there. So I made a couple phone calls, and they're like, well, what do you think about like explosives? And I'm like, explosives? Like, what do you mean? Well, we need somebody to x-ray bombs. I'm like, I could do that. So I ended up going over to the bomb squad unit, and I ended up spending 3 years with the bomb squad unit as an x-ray technician for the bomb squad unit, as a junior tech, learning how to deal with unexploded ordnance for a couple years.
Hold on. So we're back on, Lene.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I also
yeah.
missed the show today. So I was in for like the last 20 minutes, and I was like, I had a really shitty day, so I'm gonna go villager hunt. So you're catching the best show. So Brick Dad.
Yeah, and just to give you a heads up, what
this
we're
was
doing is we're actually
cool.
getting to know Brick Dad as a co-host. While we're
this is a great
villager
character.
hunting, I'm talking a little bit about who I am and my
Spilling
background.
guts here.
Yeah.
Bud,
What is Bud?
I think is a jock. I can't hear
Okay.
him right now because I'm having audio problems. I'm hearing my voice in my own ears 2 seconds
But
after I
as
say
Ben
stuff.
has shown us, he needs to fuck off because he's not on the list.
That's right. Fuck off. You're not on the list. But it is cool. I wouldn't mind having another jungle animal on my tiger
Right?
island.
Another tiger,
But he's not on
lion,
the
and
list.
yeah. So yeah, I ended up staying on Guam as a bomb technician for 3 years.
Wow.
And got pretty in depth. I met a lot of people, made some connections, and the special warfare community is very possessive about people. And if they get to know you and they like you, they will spend a lot of time to recruit you into special warfare units.
Can I tell you?
And I was like, hey, I need a shore duty to appease my wife for a little bit. So I went to a recruiting school for a year and ended up flying to Pensacola, Florida, and spending almost a year in Pensacola.
Jesus.
I worked for a full bird captain in charge of recruiting, and I was his staff aide. And whenever he traveled or something like that, I arranged all of his travel arrangements, his accommodations, and all of those types of things. And it was somewhat legendary in itself. But whenever he would travel and stuff like that, when he was gone, I would go and take care of his house and his cat. And he had a Porsche 911, and this was in the late 90s. So he would give me the keys to his Porsche with his officer stickers and everything on it. And he's like, hey, just take care of my car for me while you're gone, and make sure you go over, take care of my cat and change the litter box.
Okay.
And
Sylvia.
Sylvia, a kangaroo.
Don't
No, it's a
worry
2
about
for
it.
1.
You keep talking.
Okay.
Don't worry about
So,
these. I'll
okay.
tell you when something good happens.
Okay.
You keep talking about you.
So he gave me the keys to his car and his house and everything. He's like, "Hey, take care of my stuff while I'm gone." So I did that for about a year, and at that point, it was time to go back to real military. And my old connections, when I was up for orders, they're like, "We're gonna make sure you go where you need to go." So I ended up getting sent to a special warfare unit working with Navy SEALs and special boat teams. So I went to a SEAL team and ended up running boats for the SEAL teams.
Seals are
And I
nuts.
started out. Yes, we are. I started out
Dude, are
as
you
a
a
forward
SEAL?
50 gunner. I'm a special boat warfare operator. I ran river boats
so-
for the SEAL teams.
When I lived in San Diego, my best, I'll just say, relationships were with
Yeah.
SEALs because they were like,
They are
They
the
didn't-
deepest hearted people in the world.
they weren't like, there's a lot about San Diego gays that is like internally homophobic. The
Yeah.
SEALs were just like real people. They were like
Yeah.
Midwesterners in a sea of like
Yeah.
this weird West Coast thing.
Some of my
I will
best
say this.
friends lived in Hillcrest.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you. It's 1:45 a.m. I will say, per capita, best sex
Yes.
I've ever had in my life, Navy SEALs. Anyway, like, but it's because they just knew life. They knew people.
An amazing thing about Navy SEALs or special warfare operators is that they're very in depth with who they are as a person. They
Yes.
have embraced their reality of life
Yes.
and who they are beyond belief.
Yeah, and I'll go 2 steps further and say, Cliff, if you're watching this, I will never forget you. Your name is Cliff, and you live like you were on the edge of a cliff every second of your life. Anyway, yes.
So I spent another 2.5 years driving riverboats for SEAL teams as a boat engineer and forward gunner.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was having my second daughter at that point, and my wife said, "Hey, do you think you could find something a little less dangerous to do as a career now that you have 2 kids?" So I went back to the surface Navy and went to an aircraft carrier as a
Yeah.
shipboard firefighter for the nuclear reactors. So I was a reactor firefighter. So I did firefighting inside nuclear reactors on an aircraft carrier.
So that's one of the teams my dad managed because he was a shopkeep.
Yeah.
And they need materials. And they had
Oh,
to pick them
for
up
sure.
from
Yep.
everywhere, from the Mediterranean to the Bay of
Yep.
Bengal.
Oh, yeah.
He was eventually stationed in the Bay of Tonkin during Vietnam. And so they had like there was no naval battles in Vietnam, but they
Yep.
had like all of the navies from the what we call now the United Nations
Yep.
rushing to support their armies. And they had like cruisers, for example, tearing through the bay and ripping fuel lines, for example, again.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, their casualties were people being knocked off deck by just like too much activity for supply transfer. And his job was supply inventory. So like when something fell off the ship, he had to know. But he was 21 years old. And so he was out there.
That's an amazing thing, is the amount of responsibility for the young people in the military. You've got 18, 19, 20-year-old, and the most responsible senior adults that are on that ship are going to be your 20 to 22-year-olds that are in charge of things. And you're like, holy crap. They're in charge of multi-million-dollar inventories, and they're 22 years old. And yeah.
My dad was very respectful of the fact that he was in Vietnam and served, but was not a Marine or an Army veteran. But like when he would tell the stories of what he had to do, I'm like, this is all traumatic.
Yes.
You were an accountant on an aircraft carrier. And
speaking of traumatic, this comment here.
A doctor,
the hazing
character in the
the hazing,
the hazing.
You're dealing with the medical needs on an aircraft carrier. The side story, I actually had a vasectomy while I was underway on an aircraft carrier.
How and why?
Well, I had already had my second daughter. I was on my second marriage, and we were at a point where we didn't want any more kids, so we had agreed and discussed it and stuff like that. So
why while you were deployed?
We, on an aircraft carrier, we actually have an entire hospital facility on board the aircraft carrier. So we had a surgeon, and he's like, we can do it. And they're like, we can't spare you from the ship, so we'll just have to do it underway. And while we're underway, you'll just have some recovery time where you'll be on light duty, so you don't get to exercise, you don't have to work, but you just stand your watches and stuff like that. So you still have to go to work, but you just sit in your office chair for the next 3 weeks until the ice backs, on ice until things are good. So the funny thing is I ended up having to do it twice while on the ship, because when they in the process of vasectomy, they actually cut the tube, the vas deferens, and when they did that, they didn't cut they didn't cut a large enough section from mine, and it actually grew back together. So I had to go in and have a second vasectomy after the fact. Well, there's a process. Yeah, you do counts, you do samples after the fact, so that they can verify that it was a productive surgery. So, but jumping back, after I completed my tours, and the wife said, hey, could you find something a little less dangerous? So that's when I went to the aircraft carrier, like I'd said. So I spent 6 years on that aircraft carrier. I was only scheduled for 3, but I liked it so much because of the platform, because of what we did, because of where we were going, and all of those types of things. I opted to stay and do a second rotation for another 3 years.
Carriers are amazing.
Yeah. So I spent 6 years on an aircraft carrier traveling around the world. And
it's Rooney.
Oh,
damn it.
Oh, fucking Rooney.
I love Rooney, but he's not in the list.
Oh, fuck off, Rooney. You're not on the list. He's definitely not cute. So get the fuck out of here, Rooney.
Super cute, though.
He's not cute.
So I spent 6 years on a ship traveling around the world, going to amazing places everywhere, from Fremantle, Australia, Perth, up to Kuala Lumpur, Japan, multiple places in Japan, all over. Of course, the Gulf. Spent quite a bit of time there, floating around.
That was your time.
Golfing?
Yeah, golfing. Yes, definitely golfing.
That's what you do at the Gulf as you golf?
But to continue with the find something safe to do, my next duty was chemical weapons school for chemical, biological, radiological decontamination and defense school. I went to become an instructor to teach people about radiological contamination, biological weapons, and all of the effects of those types of things.
Yeah.
So I had
sounds
the
fun.
background
time.
and all that stuff, and yeah, so I went and did that for a while, and that was a less dangerous job as opposed to being shot at on a riverboat.
Yes.
Yolex.
But yep,
I'm surprised you needed a vasectomy. You were probably glowing on the inside already.
I
Being
was.
Firefighter
I
in the
was.
nuclear reactors and an
Yes.
engineer in there.
Well, you see, a funny thing with that is I actually got removed from the reactor because I had an episode where I was overexposed, and I was put on a monitor for a while because of
Jesus.
a situation that we had. And they said, hey, you've already received a double lifetime dose, so you're not allowed to do this anymore, which is why I ended up going to chemical weapons school. They're like, yeah,
Wow.
we can't let you work in reactors anymore. So I went to chemicals and biological weapons instead, even
Yeah, so much
though
safer.
it still dealt with nuclear weapons. But yeah, so
So Yolox says it's been over a year since we buried my dad on the military base. My soul is very touched tonight. Yeah, so we didn't. Dang again. We didn't actually go through all of the rigmarole to get my dad buried at his military base at Point Loma. We had a lot to do to get back to Chicago, and we just kind of went and did it on our own.
yeah.
You YOLO'd it, as it were.
We YOLO'd it. Yeah, we
Yep.
dumped his
YOLO,
ashes.
I'm really glad you're here tonight, and thank you for coming in for the live. Not
Same.
knowing what to expect, neither of us, the three of us that are in the live, had any idea what to expect as well.
No
But
kidding.
thank you for being here. So yeah, with my wife's burial, she actually had a burial at sea, and after she passed away, I had about a year's time before I could arrange her actual burial. And the aircraft carrier that I spent 6 years on is where I actually met her for a second time, and where we actually got married. I originally met her in '93 on our first ship, and we were both married to other spouses at the time, doing our own things, having kids, and living our lives. And then 10 years later, we met again in '03 on the aircraft carrier where we were stationed together again. At that time, we were both going through divorces from our second spouses at the same time. And we, for lack of a better term, hooked up together to hang out and talk and just support each other. And we ended up getting to the, oh, you won't believe what my spouse tried to do this week type thing with conversations. So we ended up just being friends and spending all of our time together to discuss what was going on with our spouses and our divorces as we continued moving forward with everything that was going on. And we just got closer and closer. And when we filed for our divorces and stuff like that, I made a bet with her that my divorce would finalize before hers. And she said, I'll take that bet. We bet $1 that her divorce would finalize before mine and mine would finalize before hers. And I actually ended up paying out that bet on our wedding day before I was allowed to give her a kiss to marry her.
Aw.
And she won by 12 hours.
Yeah.
So her divorce
Win's a win,
finalized.
man.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
divorce finalized 12 hours before mine did. And so I paid her the $1. I gave her a big kiss, and the minister pronounced us married at that point. So
That's awesome.
but but yeah, with my wife and us being on the ship together, we spent about 4 years together on that ship before we got married at the end of my 6 years, at the end of her third year. And we ended up being married 10 years before she passed away. She did 24 years active duty before she retired. And we retired out of Washington State back to the state of Arkansas. And yeah, we were happy back there. Her family.
I love Buzz. Sorry, keep going.
But Buzz is a jock, right?
He's a cranky, but
he's a cranky. Okay, I wasn't sure if he was a jock or not. Yeah, because I recognize him. So
he's cute, but he's not on the list.
He's
not on the list. Yeah, fuck off.
Hot, but not on the list. Keep going.
Okay. So yeah, my wife. We actually were up for promotion at the same time in 2007, and when we went up for promotion at the same time, she made promotion and I didn't. So I actually submitted my paperwork for an early retirement at that point. And because of the fact that she made retirement, she stayed in active duty military to pursue her career further, where I actually took a leave of absence, retired, and went into, I went to college to pursue educational goals that I had. And the goals that I had was actually just to refine some of the education and the knowledge that I had from the military, which unfortunately, if you have anyone that's considering the military for what the jobs are and stuff like that, I don't suggest the Navy, because a lot of stuff doesn't transfer over directly to civilian sector. You would have to go and get further education to refine that knowledge that you have and stuff like that, which I ended up having to do.
My dad
so I went to college.
Me out of joining the Navy. Yeah.
So I went to college to refine and get my civilian certifications and stuff like that. 5 degrees later, I continued with what I was doing and learning what I knew. I went and worked for the fire department as a firefighter, EMT,
Nice.
and did that for a couple of years. It wasn't in a reactor, so I didn't have to worry about glowing anymore.
Right.
So, but it was structural firefighting, and wood stuff burns and gets hot. So,
This awful thing.
You're just out of here. Fuck this
I know,
hamster.
I was going to, but look at how bad this is.
Soleil.
You can't even see her face. My fault.
So later.
Look at that.
Oh man. She looks like she got hit by the makeup truck.
Yeah.
That's worse than hit by the makeup truck. That's like backed up over also. But yeah, so I went to college and I got multiple degrees. I have multiple engineering degrees that I picked up for shipboard stuff. The TV show Deadliest Catch. Yeah. The TV show Deadliest Catch.
Yeah.
I actually have I know all the ships and the captains and the crews and stuff like that. One of the, well, not one, but several of the degrees that I went for were engineering degrees for their ships, the systems, the propulsion systems, the air conditioning, cooling, the electrical systems, all of those systems. I went to college to learn those things. So
he's Lego
some of the engineers that are on those ships I knew and went to school with. So I knew some of their engineers and stuff like that.
You said it's like you're asking for a glass of water.
Well, it was just refining stuff I
Disney
knew.
Movie
So.
now still too. So
Yeah, right.
Yes, for those of you just joining, you can catch me in episodes of Extreme Home Makeover out of Seattle, Washington. The Port Orchard episode, actually. I can't remember the name of the family that it was, because that was back in 2009, 2006, somewhere in there.
Before Ty
early
Pennington was arrested for DUI.
Yes, yeah, back when he was actually important to TV and
Yes.
HGTV and all of that.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, that was even before HGTV because he was still network at the
It
time.
was, yeah. He was on
So-
Bravo.
ABC or something.
Yeah, it was
You were on
ABC.
ABC for
It was
a while.
Yeah, it was ABC
You were,
back
like,
then.
mainstream shit.
But yeah, the other
Excellently
option,
invited,
if you
Mark.
want to see me, you can go
here we
to Disney
It's a
and find
mouse.
the movie
Run away.
Tiger Cruise. It was
Yes.
filmed on board the aircraft carrier that I spent 6 years on, and I'm in multiple scenes. I was actually in the briefing room when Bill Pullman was doing a briefing for
Pullman.
all of the pilots in regards to 9/11, because that's one of the premises of that movie. It's called Tiger Cruise because there's a bunch of people on board, civilians, that are called Tigers. Tigers are the family members of active duty military that come on board a ship to experience what it's like for their family members while they're underway and on a ship and stuff like that. Usually they'll fly out to a location like Hawaii and then ride the ship from Hawaii back to California, either San Diego or possibly up to Seattle or something like that, or whatever the home of port is on the West Coast seaboard. And during this situation, for the premise of the movie, is a 9/11 attack that happens, and it's true to the story of 9/11 and what happened on 9/11 and a ship being out during that period. So it's what would the reaction be of having all of these civilians on board, having to manage them as well as perform combat operations at the same time. And I was active duty military, and I portrayed one of the pilots that were briefed on what our actions were going to be and things like that. I also had several other scenes where I was with Hayden Panettiere in a couple scenes. Nothing spoken at that point. I was literally just a background character as enlisted military, doing some mundane shipboard operations type things at that time. But yeah, so those are my film accolades in that
Credentials,
respect.
Yep. I do want to talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
Yolo says it was my mom's decision. I would have done what you did, Mark. So here's what happened. This was my dad's military burial. He was very proud of his military service, and we wanted him to be buried near his first deployment, which would have been like before Vietnam. He was stationed in San Diego. He loved Point Loma. He loved San Cabrillo National Monument. And so we planned to go there and spread his ashes in several places there, because he loved the tide pools. He loved the hike, the mile hike down to the harbor. He loved the lighthouse. And so we talked about it, and over time, both my parents became accountants. Both were CPAs.
Oh, wow. Okay, both were.
Yeah, both of them. And when you're a CPA, when you're an accountant in that way, you need to see life spread out before you. You need to know exactly what's going to happen with zero room for error. And so my mom had an idea in her head. My sister and I were talking about where we wanted to spread several spots of his ashes. And we talked about it the entire way there. And my mom had the ashes in her bag. And so we are coming up on Point Loma. And we're going down it's Julia. She's a great character.
Oh, it's
Not
Julia.
it's Gladys. Gladys. Either way, not on the list. Not a quickie. So we're going down the Bayside Trail, and a security car goes past us, and my mom goes, "Okay, we only have 20 minutes until they come back." And I'm like, "Mom, did you scope this place out? Like, like a heist? How do you know that?" She goes, "I don't know that. That's just what they say in movies, and it sounds probably about right. So let's go." And then we got down to the first curve in the Bayside hiking trail, and you can see the old air tower, like the air traffic control tower,
Yep.
which is now abandoned. And she's like, "Oh, they can see us." And I'm like, "But no one's in there." She's like, "We got to back up. We got to back up." And so my mom and sister are like, "Pretend like you're taking a picture of us." And I was like, "Okay, nobody cares that we're here." And so I'm like, "Whatever." I walk out onto the path. I take my camera out and I capture a picture of my sister literally posing like a cartoon. She's all like this. She's doing this, and then this, and then this. And my mom, in the background of this, is dumping the entire bag of ashes off the side of the trail. And she's so worried about being caught by the remains police. we could have actually put him in the naval cemetery there.
Yeah.
It would have taken
Have him
like
interned in a
2-week.
plot.
Yes, exactly. Even ashes need to be given a plot and registered for. And so we're doing this. We don't have a lot of time. We're trying to get this done
Ooh,
and to
got
get
stuck.
out of town before. Yeah, we're on a Scorpion Island, by the way. And so my sister and I realize that, like, my mom listened to us where we wanted the ashes to go, but she wasn't in on the game. She said, "This is not the game. I'm dumping them as soon as I can." And so
Dump and
we're
run.
like, yes, dump and run. My sister and I are like, we wanted these ashes to go everywhere. So fast forward, like 1 month, I'm sending them pictures every week. Here's Dad, because it's Southern California, where there's 9 inches of rainfall on average a year. So he just sits there. And I'm like, "There's Dad. There's Dad. There's Dad."
Yep.
And after a year of this, I decided I want to move back to Chicago because I'm tired of family members suddenly dying and not being all together and feeling like I was to blame for us not being all together when he died. And so I go to Point Loma, to San Cabrillo National Monument, for my last visit to see my dad. And I'm like, I can't leave here. I will not be able to walk away from my dad. I can't leave him here. I am going to fall apart. I'm going to be a mess. And I was selling on Bricklink at the time, so I had a lot of plastic bags in the car. And so the minute I get out of the car, I'm like, he's coming home. I'm taking him with me. I know exactly where he is.
Or at least the good half, right? Like
It's-
Brick Dad said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm walking down this.
I know this story. Yes.
I'm walking down the trail, and I've got the bags in my pockets. I'm all ready to go. I know my niece wants some. I know my nephew wants some. I know my mom wants some. My sister wants some. I need some. And my mom texts me, "Would it be odd if I asked if you could take some of him home with you?" And I texted back, "He's already in my pockets." And so I took enough bags that I can take him up to the lighthouse. I could drop him off in the tide pools. We all have a little urn of him, and we visited, I think, 5 years after he died, maybe 10 years after he died, and he was still there. We found the pile of ashes she dumped out of her bag
That's funny.
because it doesn't move.
Yeah. No, it's true. The biggest moisture in San Diego is the marine layer.
Yes, yes.
So
And it only comes around May and June. The only time
Yeah.
he moved is when they went through and they re-edged the path. I was like, half of
Yeah.
that is gone now, which
Yeah.
we already had half of him, so it was only truly
It
like
was a quarter.
a quarter to an eighth. Yeah, exactly.
Well, like I was saying about my wife's burial, when she was buried, I actually took her ashes to the ship, the aircraft carrier that we were both stationed on together. And when I delivered her to the ship, I found out that several of my juniors were still on board the ship. And I asked one of my juniors that had just been promoted to the same rank as her if he would be willing to bury her at sea for me. And it was absolutely an honor for him because he knew her and she had helped him out and got him into the right career path and direction where he wanted to go. So
Yeah.
it was an emotional thing for him as well to bury her. The catch for me was I was unable to actually be there for the burial because the ship had special requirements at the time to
Yeah.
have a quote unquote retiree on board. They were doing workups and they had some controlled situations going on. And even though I had clearances and stuff, I didn't have a need to be there. So it was a endangerment issue where they had to say, sorry, we can't take you. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to be at my wife's burial, but I did have all the pictures and follow on of all of that. But yeah, so I literally, my tattoo here shows exactly where she's at and everything off of the coastline
Oh my
of
God.
California. And I have her coordinates on my wrist. And then I have a little image right here of where she's at right off of this Baja California coastline of where the ship did her burial and all of that. So I have a map
Oh my God.
on my arm of where she's at. And on the inside, it's a little hard to see, but I have a mermaid right here with a sailor. And that's my wife of who she is now compared to me being the retiree and where my life is and all of that. So I have my wife and the history of all of that. And then now being in the new relationship with the two kids and my oldest from my first marriage literally just turned 30 years old August 4th. So I have a daughter that's 30 and my youngest is now almost 8. So
how long have you been in the new relationship? I've always wondered.
we're coming up on about 6 years. 6 years now. So it took about 2.5 to be at a point of after losing my wife of being prepared to even embrace a new relationship. But it took a year of her convincing me that I wanted to have kids again.
Yeah.
Because by that point, my kids were all adults already. And
is one of your kids with the new wife?
Yeah. Oh, no. I don't have any biological kids with her. No.
Oh, okay,
He's bonus dad
Yeah.
for all those.
Yes, I'm
Remember,
bonus.
he had
everyone.
He had a double vasectomy and the glowing insides.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I can't
Yeah.
keep. I didn't write down the.
I haven't
timeline
produced
of
a
all
child
that.
in over 25 years.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Brick Dad refers to these children as his children. They are not
Yeah.
biologically his children, but they are still his children.
Yes.
Got
That is
it?
correct.
Got it.
I did not
Got it,
create
I'm
them,
there.
but I will create them into who they will be.
How many freaking scorpions are on this thing? Nintendo tips from Mark. You don't actually have to sneak up on these bastards. Just dig
Scorpion
yourself some
Island.
holes And
That and be
and
careful not to
get them to
scare them
come
too
over and
much
see
because
it.
they will sting you.
No,
Well,
not the way Mark
I'm
did it here.
protected.
Yeah, he dug himself
Oh,
some holes.
okay.
So I'm
There
in
he
this
goes.
little thing here. I
This
learned this from
protective
Copper
bubble.
Valor.
Mhm.
Okay. So with the holes, they won't cross it because they'll
They
fall in the hole.
can't.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah.
So they just
It's like
run
a
in a
barrier.
circle.
And like I would
Okay.
do this when I went to a Scorpion Island before I realized what Copper Valor does. I would just like sneak up on all of them, but there would be 3 on one screen. So
Okay.
once I hit the one scorpion, it would get another scorpion to bite me. But if you get them all to do this, but you have to get them to regenerate. So you have to get out there and tempt them towards you. So we don't want this
The lure
anteater.
them in. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. We got to do this.
Mhm.
And this is
well-
going to make us a lot of money.
Yeah, you want to get rich.
I have tons of money. I have 900,000. I have 900 million bells. So
That's
I
a lot
don't
of
really
bells.
need to do this. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Marcus,
yes.
Christopher, I think I need to go to bed.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Have a good one, Ben. Get some sleep.
I'm just doing this, I'm gonna be doing this all night.
Thank you for being
You
here
might
for
be.
all of that. I appreciate you sticking around.
Yeah, well, it was an interesting story. I've got
It's an
got a
amazing
lot
story.
of interesting history now on the glowing
sh-
insides of Brick Dad.
Yeah.
We should have some
Yeah, it's-
members only streams where we watch all of the TV shows and movies that Brick Dad Builds has been in.
Yeah, I'm gonna find Tiger.
Well, see,
for
that's-
this, don't you worry.
The funny thing with that is that takes us literally all the way up to 2007, and then
Oh,
the
boy.
new and then that's when I retired from the military. When my wife passed away, that's a big jump from 07 until when she passed away, which is 5 years in 2012 when she retired, and then 4 years after that when she passed away in 2016. So there's a gap of stuff that happened in there as well.
Boy, I'm gonna have to
but-
re-listen later if you guys talk for
Yeah.
2 hours.
Have a good
Yeah,
night,
it's
Ben.
only
Get some
5
sleep
minutes.
and enjoy.
Good night.
Good night, Ben. Got it. I went outside of my comfort zone and caught one.
Your safety zone and get him. Yeah. Well, was that the last one that you
there's
needed
like
to get?
3 of them over
You
here.
got a bunch more. Jump in the
Shit.
zone.
Get out of
Get in
here.
the zone.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Go, 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 go. They just keep generating. Ha 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 ha. Kill you. Come on. Got it. There's another one freaking out over there. So, Brick Dad, did you expect to
Yes, sir.
give your bio tonight? Your trauma bio?
Well, that's the thing is I don't have a problem talking about where my
Same.
origin story, so to speak, of
Same.
letting people know where I come from. And when people get enough time to get to know me, all of these things sink in once you figure out,
Oh,
okay,
shit,
well,
I
this,
fucked up.
oh, you went outside. You went
I
outside.
jumped. I was pressing too hard. Yeah, keep going.
But yeah, once people get to know me, and then they can hear these things and the stories and the situations and stuff like that. I have people
Yeah.
that constantly tell me, man, you've in the 45 years that you've been alive, you've lived the life of an 80-year-old with all
Yeah.
of the stuff you've done, places you've been, things things you've learned, and all of those things. And
Well, the important part is that you share your experience with other people who might be going through the same thing, who aren't
oh yeah,
quite
for
as
sure.
willing to talk about the impact.
I'm a very big advocate for military widowers' spouses, with multiple organizations that provide services to those people. And trying to get those organizations to put more effort into the male spouses of military members, realizing that these are men that aren't going to ask for help because
Yes.
majority of them have been ingrained with the suck it up, get through it.
Mhm.
You can do it on your own. You don't need help. Push through the pain and get back to work.
Mhm.
And on top of that, you have a lot of men that are getting to the point where they will just continue to work. They will stay alone. They will not deal with it. They suck it up. They push it down, and they never
Mhm.
deal with the trauma or the grief of what happens, only so that they can just continue to survive. And in today's economy, a single income household makes it even more difficult for them to take time to grieve and deal with loss and, accept the situation that they've been thrust into.
Totally.
So being able to step up and open up and say, "Hey, man, I this is what happened to me." The situation of how my wife passed away, talking about her death and the situation and stuff like that is eye-opening for some people to say, "Hey, wow, that's kind of amazing that that happened and it shouldn't have been a thing." And
Right.
the circumstances when my wife passed away, I had told her the night before that if she wasn't feeling better in the morning, I would take her to the doctor. And just 2.5 hours later, she had passed away because I made the mistake of thinking it could wait instead of taking her to the doctor
Mhm.
when I thought there was something wrong. So
What
that's
was
a reconciliation that I have to deal with daily of if I would have just got off my butt and not been tired of, "Oh, I had a long day. Get some sleep, babe. I'll take you in the morning." If I would have said,
Yeah.
"Okay, let's just go. Let's go to the doctor and let's go to the emergency room and get you checked out," she would still be alive. Now,
Mhm.
in retrospect to that, I wouldn't be where I'm at, doing what I'm doing, talking to the people that I am, sharing the life that I am, fathering 2 children that don't have a dad, if I would have made that choice. So, what choice was the correct choice? That's another reconciliation that I have to make myself of,
Yeah.
I'm now a dad to 2 kids that didn't have a dad. Who would be their dad if I wasn't here now? Is it fair to say that whoever that person would be as good, would be less than me or better? What would say that? All I know is that I am where I'm meant to be, doing what
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do, saying the things I'm supposed to say, raising the kids the way I'm supposed to raise them. So I don't question my path ahead of me. I just kind of just go with what it is. And when things happen, I try to make the best of them, even though I'm human and I get frustrated at times with
Of
what the path
course.
is of how to deal
Yep.
with things. But I've got 2 kids that look up to me, like the soccer tournament this weekend that I took Gene to, and only to get up there and be told, "Hey, it's got canceled."
Right.
I'm here for a reason to do those things. Otherwise, I'd be a retired guy sitting in a house in Arkansas, smoking a cigar, having a whiskey or something like that at 10 o'clock in the
Right.
morning, out on my patio.
Well, hey,
So, which
nothing wrong with that.
trust me, I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with that. I've been, sipping on this all night, so I'm good. But
Right.
I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing. I'm inciting my wisdom, my shared lessons, and what I've learned and what I know, as well as being able to share the people that have been in my life that other people never met or got to spend enough time with.
100%.
So,
It's not easy to pivot to that when you're dealing with the type of loss that has crossed your path.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is whenever somebody goes through a traumatic experience of loss of
Mm.
someone so close or dear to them, like in your case, a father or a parent or something like that.
Sure.
Also like a spouse or something like that, or in
Yeah.
another retrospect, a friend of mine that lost his son at a age, that was far too young to expect to lose a
Yeah.
son at.
Right.
The aspect of shoulda, coulda, wouldas of if I
Yes.
would have done this, if I would have said this, if
Yeah.
I would have, if I would have turned left at that street light instead of going right, would that have changed something? You can't, and then being able to communicate that you can't change that, and all of the effort that you put into the thought of what if and how wasted that is, and to how can I change it now, today, my mindset, my emotions, my reactions to that is being a better person today because I'm now educated and understand that I shouldn't have told my wife, well, I'll take you in the morning if you're not feeling better. Instead of, you don't feel good? Okay, let's go to the doctor. Let's go. All right. You don't feel good. You feel like something is off in your body right now. Let's go to the doctor. Let's let them take a look and see what's wrong with you. So, it's hindsight like anything else of, unfortunately, we have to learn lessons to comprehend life.
Yeah.
And
Do you find that now that you're like, if someone doesn't feel good, we're going?
oh, for sure, yeah. Kid starts talking about, oh, I have my ear hurts, or I slept on my ear. I was like, that. Okay, let me take a look at it. One of the reasons that I became an EMT was, let me be knowledgeable
Oh, you were an
about
EMT
things.
after that?
Well, no, I was an EMT before my wife passed away, but
Okay.
which created even deeper regrets about not taking her to the doctor.
No.
But now it's I have the knowledge to take a look at something to see if it's a concern to me. Like if I can't look at it and say, oh, well, you just slept on your ear wrong. No, okay, you actually have an ear infection because it's red, because it's swollen, because
Yeah.
there are signs that something is wrong. Okay, we definitely need to go to the doctor to have it looked at. As opposed to, well, your ear is creased and stuck in a weird position because you were sleeping on it weird. So being able to see those types of things.
Yeah.
But
I think
then also, go ahead.
my roommate who was an EMT, I feel like his experience almost made him look at everybody as a hypochondriac, because he
Yeah.
responded to so many homeless calls and so many like panic attacks, and
Oh yeah, for
mostly
sure.
what he did in Chicago was alcohol poisoning.
Yep.
So kind of like that experience might have almost put you, well, just what you're explaining. I don't feel well. Well, we'll check in the morning. I don't feel well is not an alarming symptom.
Yeah. It's the leading
Unfortunate as
question
it
of,
was.
you don't feel well. Why don't you feel well? Is
Yeah.
it my stomach feels upset, or I haven't gone to the bathroom in 4 days?
Right.
There's and those are the questions that in hindsight it's I should have asked this or I should have asked that.
Ugh.
Those types of things of clarifying it some more. So
I feel like my appendix is going to explode. Oh well,
right,
in
yeah,
that
no,
case,
I've got a sharp pain on my right
Yes.
side
Yes.
that feels like it's about 6 inches deep. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
not on the edge. It's not towards your back. It's stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things of being able to rationalize of what's going on. And
So, since Matt is 6'4",
yeah,
and he, as he ages, with with some pre-existing health conditions.
Mhm.
He's got his blood pressure's a little bit off, and the first time he told me, he's like, "Oh wow, I'm feeling dizzy." I was like, "What
Yeah.
are you? Seriously, we should go to the hospital." Because that's the one thing my dad said before he dropped dead of an aneurysm. So I'm like, you tell
Yeah.
me you're dizzy, I'm going to freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's another thing too is for me, having been an EMT, I still keep an EMT bag. I haven't done
I
any
do that
EMT
too.
work since I was 2000, almost 20 years now. I haven't, well, I give it 10 years, 15 years almost since I've actually practiced as an EMT, but all the
Okay.
knowledge is still there. And it's, if somebody says I'm feeling dizzy or something like that, I'm throwing a cuff on them. I'm taking a blood pressure and I'm checking their blood
Yes.
pressure. And I'm also going to put I have a small little sensor that is a pulse ox sensor to make sure their oxygen level is at a certain
Yes.
level. So I'm checking their
also have
vitals real
one.
quick. So,
Yep.
you know, it's just, okay, this is what their vital signs are. This is the information that I have because I don't want to make an uneducated assumption because it's cost me dearly in the past.
Audi
So
again. I bought a pulse ox a month after my dad died.
Yeah.
It's still in the junk drawer in the kitchen.
yeah, check the batteries, by the way.
Yeah, I do. It takes exactly one candle battery. So
Yeah.
when COVID came around, and they're like, you should have a pulse ox on hand. People are like, what's a pulse ox? I was like, I got one. Don't worry. Need it? I'll bring it.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm
Oh
sorry
yeah,
that
COVID
happened
was
to
fun
you.
in this house. So,
I'm
no,
sure.
I appreciate the sentiment, but yeah, COVID was fun in this house because when we got COVID, we actually played the "What flavor is it?" and we had a bunch of flavored waters in the house,
Okay.
and everything is crystal clear water. But
Okay.
if you don't have COVID, you can taste. Is it cherry? Is it lemon? Is it
Right. Oh.
blackberry? So we actually
No.
did flavor shots of what flavor is it to test our COVID levels.
Oh,
So
Chris, I'm so
we would
sorry.
we would take the water and we would pour
course you
shots
did.
of
Of
what
course you
flavor
did.
was it. So but you know, why be grumpy about it? Let's have fun with it and see what we can do.
Well, you
And
got to make
once
yourself feel better with what you know
yeah.
about
Oh, exactly.
disease spread from
Yeah.
your background. You're like, I also want to know this information. Wow.
Well, the fun thing was is after we did the shot game of what flavor was it, then it was okay,
Yeah.
what food is in the house that we don't like the flavor of and don't enjoy tasting? Let's eat it now since we need to eat something to feel better. Let's eat
Yeah.
something that tastes like crap to get it out of the way
I love that.
because we couldn't taste it anyway. So so it's like you make me dinner, I'll make you dinner. Don't tell me what it is and we'll just eat it. So but you know, it's making the best of what you have, and being a widow or a widower and having that in your case, you know, having lost your dad, being able to take the time and say, you know, life's too short to not live life and be a part of things is relevant.
Tell people what you
So-
want them to know.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to be gone before you're able to tell them everything, especially your
Right.
closest relationships. That's the
Yeah.
one thing I regret is
Yeah.
my dad and I really never talked out the whole, like, your son is gay. And he had a couple things to say about it where he was afraid I was going to hell. And my mom and my sister were very worried about that, and they wanted me to talk to
Yeah.
him. And so they set it up for me to like confront him about it. And I said, if that's how you feel, no one can tell you you're wrong, because those are your
Yeah.
feelings. If you want to talk about it, we can. And he was like, thank you. And my sister was like, that's all you have to say? And I was like, yes. I feel good about
See,
that.
that's something that's really hard for a lot of people, is understanding that you can reconcile your relationships without them having theirs reconciled. It's like they don't understand, how were you able to come to terms with this and deal with that when I can't? So sometimes there's a lot of resentment from people of you being able to have closure or find those types of moments of
Yeah.
being secure with yourself after things. So,
He needed the
but
support too, because
yeah,
my mom and sister were giving a really hard time when he didn't have the information. So it's like he just needed a base reset. Like, I'm here.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about it. In the meantime,
yeah.
however you're feeling is how you're feeling. And you can
Well,
feel that
that's
way.
a situation. That's a situation I have with my dad. My dad is a older gay male, and his relationship is unique to himself. And I told my dad, I said, "Hey, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm here to listen and talk with you about it." I said,
Yeah.
regardless, I accept you for who you are, being the person that you are. And he's very reserved about his relationships of who he wants to talk about, stuff like that. But he's been in several relationships where I've met who he was in a relationship and been around them, and he's like, they're significant to him, and they meant a lot to him and stuff like that. So being a part of his relationships, but at the same time being held at a distance in relationships because of his preferences of what he wanted. So being able to understand my dad in that, well, yeah, and I'm totally okay with that. And being to a point where now for me with my dad's relationship, 90% of my relationship is just being around my dad. So I'll go and visit him, and he's like, he wants to go sit at his computer and watch YouTube videos of political this or that. I will sit in his office with him over on the other, in another chair, and just be in the same room with him. And every now and then I may ask him a question of, hey, what do you think about, or stuff like that, and just allow him to continue to be a dad,
that
regardless of who he is.
That generational gap sometimes just needs acceptance. I forgot that this was a live stream and not a
therapy
a
session.
FaceTime. Yeah, exactly. So YoloX says, I always think about that. If the hard parts of life didn't happen, we would not be the same people we are today. Great point.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
1000%. I think specifically what you're talking about all night is that, like, the loss that you went through led you to a different life, and there's all sorts of questions you still have, and regrets, and fears, new fears unlocked, but it's led you to the life that you have, and it's led you, like you literally said, like, maybe these children would not have this exact parent in this exact family structure had it not been for everything that happened.
Yep.
You take what you can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
With some of these tragedies that befall us.
I see that, and that's another thing too, is because I was very adamant after my wife passed away that I wasn't going to get into another relationship with anybody that had kids. I'm like, mine are adults. They're done. I don't need that responsibility. I don't have that responsibility. There's nothing that I need to worry about. That's a lot of extra oomph that I don't need to take on as a parent. And I was very adamant about that. But getting to know my now wife, Jenny, and knowing who she is and the person that she is, it's it made it that much more apparent and that's much more clear how important I was to be in their lives at a deeper level than just a friend to her while she was grieving and remembering her lost husband.
100%.
And
damn it,
being able to say, you know what? Okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. This isn't what my mind told me to do, but my heart and my soul is telling me
Yeah.
that this is the direction I need to go. So I would have been just fine living as a solo bachelor
yeah,
in my house that I have, which I still have. I still have, and we go down there as a vacation house periodically. The last eclipse, we went down to my house
Yeah.
down there because it was literally in the path of totality. So we went down to my house down there and stayed at the house for the weekend while we literally went out and laid in the backyard and watched the eclipse from the backyard.
nice.
So I still have that life down there and all of that. Shoot, I managed a cigar bar down there for a while and
I can see
ran,
you doing that.
ran that for,
You
yeah.
have the face
Yeah, I
for
know.
it.
It's, yeah.
Not
but,
a surprise.
yeah, see, and that's another thing. That's a whole continuation of after my wife passed away of life and stuff that I did. I did private security, bodyguarding and stuff like that for a little while as well. I was a police officer. I did a bunch of stuff. So I continued the saga of Brick Dad
Camouflage.
after my wife passed away.
I wonder what you think about this because I have thoughts. Nick and Brick says, my grandfather used to say that if isn't a word. What does that mean to you? How do you feel about that?
I can understand that concept from a person of if, because that leads a path into regrets of I spend more time dwelling on what has happened rather than on what will happen.
Yes.
When you use the word if, it doesn't show that you learned from something. It shows
True.
that you're still searching for an answer from it.
But it does in this way, and this is what that means to me. I've learned to cut off the word if and looking backwards. But if I'm not using the word if looking forward, I think I've done it wrong.
That is exactly the point. Yes.
Yeah.
When you come to a road of if I choose this way in front of me or I choose that way in front of me, I need to use the lessons from the old if, the past if,
yes,
to guide me in these forward ifs. So yes. So no, I completely, and that's why I was saying I completely understand what he was referencing in that respect
100%.
of the what
Agreed.
the what if versus the if I.
Now if. Yes. Yeah.
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 If I choose A, what will happen? If I choose B, what will happen? As opposed to why didn't I choose A or why didn't I choose B?
So in that case, did Yellow X with this comment mean like searching for villagers is like the Harry Potter jelly beans? Or are they talking about like grief jelly beans, future jelly beans? Like we don't know.
Oh no, YOLO is talking about my flavored water shots.
Oh, has it been that long? Yeah, 237. Oh yeah. The flavored water. Yep, nailed it. You are correct. Yeah, we were really behind on the comments.
I saw the comment pop up and I was like, I want to get to it, but I was just continue with the story and talking and stuff like that.
Perfect,
so YOLO, don't feel that you were ignored. You definitely weren't. I saw your comment and I tried to continue with it to get that story on there. But yeah, the flavored water of the jelly beans and what flavor is it? So
Very much so. Birdie Bots every flavor beans.
But, for those of you that are still in here watching or are watching this on repeat, I'm sorry and thank you. So I'm sure those of you that are in here or watching this on repeat have had a lot more podcast than Animal Crossing
in this
Yeah, no
episode, but
kidding.
thank you for being
Yeah,
here. So
Animal Crossing has been kind of the background, which has been fine because I needed to do this. But also the conversation has been like,
opening.
well, I'll say it this way. When you have a lot going on, and it's not just the fact that our power went out, there's other stuff. You you depend on certain people. And then
Facts.
sometimes you're surprised by like, oh, this person I depend on is not being dependable right now. For example, let's pretend that my power and AC were out and I had taken care of Cheeto for the weekend, who's terrified of the noise from airplanes, and Chicago
yeah.
had an air and water show. And
Yeah.
so when I woke up today and my sister was like, I want to be alone. When are you leaving? And I'm like, 3 when the air and water show is over. And she was annoyed passive aggressively until I finally agreed to leave at 1 to go back to a house that didn't have power or air conditioning, and the air show was still going on. And so I had to go to a forest preserve to let the dogs run around for an hour and play until we can get on the road to get us home.
Yeah.
I was like, I understand there might be something going on. But when I told my sister that I was leaving, when I agreed to leave, which was 1 p.m., she goes, thanks for understanding that I need my downtime before the week starts. I was like, I need that too. But if somebody was in my house and had needs, like even a dog,
It's almost like you wanted to make a reference to her and say, hey, feel free to go hang out at my house to get away from me.
Right.
You can have all the downtime you want sitting over at that
you.
house without the air conditioning, without the power, without the internet,
and take Cheeto with you, who's going to be terrified of all the airplanes flying over.
Right.
And then at the same time, I got home and I left Matt to deal with the electrician emergency. And so I was like, did you Google 24-hour emergency electrician Chicago? He's like, I've been using Angie's List. And I was like, Angie's List?
But Angie's List is the recommended list.
Right? I was like, yeah, that's the marketing side. So 5 minutes later, I'm like, the electrician will be here in an hour. And he was like, I can't believe you fixed it so fast. And I was like, fuck, I love you. But Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, I get that.
My point is, so that's not as much like a slight against Matt as it is against my sister, because I really want to bitch about her. But like to be here tonight and just like have a good conversation and be a person and like feel seen and like talk about things that I didn't expect to talk about. And what makes us who we are, and just like really feel human when I've been feeling guilty that I've been doing the entire weekend wrong, disappointing my family, disappointing my husband, and like the dogs, you know. It's like, and just like being here and having like an actual real conversation where maybe I'm doing this conversation wrong, but the people who are having the conversation with me accept whatever I might be doing wrong. It's been really cathartic for me tonight. It just makes
you know
a
what?
difference.
That's the thing is, when it comes to living life, there is no doing it wrong, because all it is lessons.
Yes.
It's learning who you are, who the people are around you, and how to engage with those people in the most
Yeah.
productive way.
And you can call
Because
what you learn wrong, but you
it's
can
not
also
wrong.
just look at it and be like, exactly. You can look at it and be like, this is text, by the way. You can also look at it and just be like, well, I'll do this differently, and I don't need to
Yeah.
blame myself for what I would have done differently from that before I learned this.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do it to myself. I feel like I've done something wrong, I've upset people, and therefore it's something that I should regret or feel ashamed of. Even if like my sister might really appreciate the fact that I compromised and got out of there at 1 instead of 3 like I wanted to. But for me, I'm like, I feel really embarrassed that I didn't realize she didn't want me to stay at her house, which is also very bizarre because
Yeah.
I've done so much for her and her family. You think in a situation like this. But my point is, you take away from it, and it depends on who it is you're going through the situation with. You take it on yourself. It builds who you are. It builds your reactions in the future. And sometimes you're harder on yourself than anybody else is going to be. And I did a lot of that to myself this weekend, is my point.
Yep. Well, something I learned was that the life that I grew up in with the parents that I had were not the same parents that my brother had. Because when my brother got his parents, they were already educated to an extent with me. So their parenting was different for him than it was for me. So he did not grow up the same way as me. He did not experience them in the same respect that I did. So I can't judge him to the same standards of what I was judged, of how he was treated or how he was raised or what he was taught by them, because they treated him differently. And for me, it was understanding that my siblings were different because they were raised different. And older, younger, if I was the younger, which I was with 2 older stepsisters, the way I was raised compared to them was completely different.
Yeah.
And
how late into your life did you get 2 older stepsisters?
I was probably 11 or 12. Roughly 11 or 12 when
so you were solidly the third parent, like the older brother, and then suddenly there's 2 other people in your life. Yeah. And for your brother, who is the youngest, I assume?
He was, yes.
So he's brought into the situation where he sees everybody, he sees this family structure, and he never wants it to change. Has it become kind of a people pleaser later in life?
He has, and he was, and I can go into a whole nother depth of Brick Dad, starting at my early childhood, all the way back to physical and emotional trauma from my parents after my parents' divorce. I was only a couple years old. I was probably about 5 or 6 years old, and my parents were just recently divorced, maybe 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years earlier.
Yeah.
And my mom was in the dating pool with a boyfriend that was a chemical abuser at that point.
Fun times.
And had emotional mood issues.
Mm-hmm.
And created a violent environment to the point of almost creating permanent physical harm to myself and my brother.
And your mom?
Not so much my mom, but more to us, to remove us from the circumstances, because that was part of the problem that they had, was there were two small children in the circumstances. So
Two small
he
children who will grow up to beat your ass, dude.
no, it wasn't even that. It was complicating a desired lifestyle. They wanted what they wanted, and two small children prevented that from happening. So the option of eliminating those two small children was very much on the table for that person.
Eliminating. Oh.
Yes. So, and there was a near-death experience that happened, which ended up changing custody of myself and my brother to my dad at that point. And I can go into more detail about this at another time. But
oh my God.
But I was about 6 years old. My little brother was about 3 years old, and he has very little recollection of any of the circumstances, but I remember vividly to the point where I could draw the floor plan of the house.
Oh shit, dude.
From when I was 6 years old. Remembering that house, remembering the situation, remembering everything about the circumstances that happened that day, that night, and then becoming my dad being thrust into the sole custody of two small boys as a late 20s young man, still trying to figure out his own life, and having recently divorced a woman, and now he's the sole father of these two boys. But moving forward with that situation and how that all played out was a traumatic beginning for me of, I'm a big brother, I have to protect him. And then spending my adolescence more concerned about taking care of him and protecting my little brother to make sure he was shielded from everything. So I was screwed up from a very long time ago. But
again, damn it.
But continuing to move forward in life and just learning that, every step of my life was a lesson. And it took me until I was much older to learn that they were lessons and not traumatic experiences.
Well, and they're both really. And I have two takeaways from this conversation. One, you make a lot more sense now. But also, I'm just, I would say I'm really impressed that you are as well adjusted as you are, considering all of this that you've been through.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
A lot of it has been just coming to terms with the reality aspect of responsibility. How much of it was my fault? How much of it can I control? How much of it can I fix?
Yes.
If I can't fix it, there's no point in wasting my time, effort, energy, and emotions on
100%.
it.
Yep.
I have to move forward with it to be a better person myself. And that was one of the biggest lessons I had to learn in life in respect to being a mature adult.
Yeah.
Was, the effort that I'm wasting spinning my wheels on a top that's just literally spinning in circles on its own right there in the middle.
Yeah.
So I just try to find my center, chill, and share what I know with other people that hopefully share with people what I know, completely aware that they're not going to grasp anything that I'm trying to tell them at the moment.
Yeah.
But hopefully, as soon as possible, it will be a light bulb moment for them of, this is what he was trying to tell me 2 years ago. This is what he was trying to tell me last year. This is what he was trying to tell me when I was going through X situation.
Yeah.
It makes sense now of I can't fix that. I can't change that. I can't redirect that. I have to move through it and forward into tomorrow.
Yeah.
So but again, my life has given me the opportunity to be able to see a lot more than most people in situations and behaviors and lifestyles, so that one, I can either avoid people because I don't need that kind of drama, or
Right.
interact with them to help better their lives.
That's very
So,
giving.
like yelling at somebody that's on a live at 2:00 in the morning building Animal Crossing in a hotel room.
Yes. Maybe it's time to go to bed.
We're hunting tonight, and we're having fun. So I'm
Yeah.
happy to be here.
Well, it's pretty much over. I'm stuck at a point where I can get Rolf who we want, but it takes 3 days to invite him in, and it's gonna autofill by the time this is over. And it's, what is the time? It's 3 a.m. here. And although I had a rough weekend, I still have to be a responsible human being tomorrow. So I should get
Facts.
going.
Yeah, no worries.
And thank you for all the honesty tonight. Thank you for the great.
Oh, no worries. I had no intention of coming in and monopolizing
You didn't?
your Animal Crossing stream here. So
Oh no, not at all. And plus, like you stepped in, and I saw the first like couple minutes where Ben's like, stick around as long as you want. You don't feel obligated to stick around for the whole thing. Not only did you stick around for the entire like 3.5 hours of the stream, you stuck around for another, what is it now, 3 hours afterwards for this Animal Crossing stream. So you gave us a good 7 hours tonight.
I find value in these relationships, which
Same.
means I have no qualm about dropping some time for friends. So
Love it. Appreciate you very much. All right.
you're
Well,
welcome.
with that in mind, I don't know if this. Don't do that. Hold on. Give me a moment. Trying to set outro video. All right. So, Brick Dad builds. Would you say that
blessed and honored.
you hanging out with us for 7 hours tonight when you maybe had other stuff to do or weren't planning on doing that? Would you say it was a mistake?
Oh, definitely not. This is by far the happiest accident that I was able to share this evening and this weekend with not just you, not just Ben, but all of the viewers that are either watching now or will watch this and repeat. So,
Yeah,
Mark,
agreed.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Brick World,
You're
thank you
welcome.
very
Thank
much.
you.
All of the
Of
Animal
course.
Crossing friends that are watching this right now, thank you guys so much for being here this evening. All of you have a great, wonderful evening and a great week ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play the outro and the stream. We typically talk in the green room afterwards, but I have to run to the bathroom, so I'll be gone as soon as the song's done.
You're good.
So,
You're good. Have a good night, Mark, and I will see you
Good night,
tomorrow.
Chris. You
That's
too.
not a problem.
thank you.
In the corner of the room, there's a world made of bricks. Brick Dad's in his zone, working his magic with flicks. Late nights glow with colors, each piece tells a tale. Building dreams for his kids, every block a trail. Every click brings a vision, his heart starts to soar. Creating joy in a castle, can't help but adore. Brick Dad building up dreams, one piece at a time. With every block placed down, it's like writing a rhyme. Creating memories that shine brighter than gold. In a world made of Lego, the stories unfold.